And good afternoon. It's baseball time again on Central Illinois Sports. John Hull, myself, Jack Hull, alongside today, and we're at Perry, Illinois, for the Griggsville Perry Eagles hosting the 7th grade Pikeland Braves. The Braves are playing their first game of the season as 7th graders. The Eagles are playing their third game as they played Western on Saturday in a doubleheader, and were able to get a couple of wins there. It ought to be a fun day for baseball. Our pregame show brought to you by Great Rivers Bank and their representative Damon Emmerich, loan officer. Mortgage rates have fallen. It's a great time to check your rate for refinancing. You may be able to drop the rate, drop some years off your term, and take some cash out of your equity. Contact Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank today to learn more. Call 217-285-4404. That's 285-4404, or visit GreatRiversBank.bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And we thank Damon for coming back on and being one of our sponsors, too. We're going to take our first break of the day as we're in our pregame show. The Eagles of GP are taking their infield. The Braves have already got that task done, and we'll be ready for baseball action in just a little while. John and I will be back on the pregame show, the Great Rivers Bank Damon Emmerich Loan Officer pregame show, back with more after these.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at GreatRiversBank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank Damon Emmerich Loan Officer pregame show. Damon Emmerich here to help you with all your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 217-285-4404 today to find out more about some refinancing with the great rates that are out there right now. The Pikeland Braves 7th grade team under head coach Jared Hines, assisted by Darren Craven, Charlie Hull, and usually Brad Hamilton alongside too, are their coaches. And their starting lineup will look like this. Hayden Gratton will be the shortstop, and he'll be batting in the first position. Bobby Harris behind the plate doing the catching today. He'll bat second. And Robinson is the third man in the lineup. We've got to get his first name there, John, if you can make a communication there. And he'll be on the mound today. Zane Knight will be the third baseman batting in the cleanup spot. Taylor Graham bats fifth and plays third base. Carter Frazier will be in right field today, batting in the sixth spot. Jonas Anderson bats seventh and is the center fielder. Joel Noble is the left fielder. He'll be batting eighth, and Caden Ferguson will be playing second base, and he will bat ninth.
Nolan,
I couldn't see where that was at. Nolan Robinson, that's what we want. Kind of like Nolan Ryan, John. That's pretty good, if you think about it. Let's get Nolan, since he's going to be a pitcher, right up there at the top. And for the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes, Eagles, I should say. They're the Tornadoes when they get to high school. Cody Freeman's their head coach. one of my favorite Dodger fans. Garrett Woodward will start things off and lead off. He'll be playing third. Cajun Austin will be playing shortstop, batting second. Flint Kirk, a 2 or 3 sport athlete there, is the catcher. He'll be behind the plate, and his battery mate will be Wade Lipkeman batting fourth, and he'll be on the hill today. Logan Finsick will be playing center field, batting fifth. Blaine Sidwell, a good little left-hander, playing first base. And Hunter Brown bats seventh. He'll be the second baseman. Brian Embry is the right fielder, bats in the eighth spot, and Cadence Dorsey is the left fielder. He'll be batting ninth. Griggsville Perry also has Peyton Camp, Ross Kerfman, Leland DeYoung, Derek McCarter, Aaron Kerfman, Aiden Mountain, and Greg Piper in their roster for them today. We might get to see those guys. And on the other side, we've got Leonard, Sapp, Stecker, and Johnson for the Pikeland Braves, and John will work on getting some first names for me in that group too, since we do not have the Pikeland Braves roster to get their first names, and I'm getting old enough I don't know all those guys. We can take a break, and when we come back, hopefully the umpires will be here, and we'll get ready for the first pitch of the game right after these.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Well, you know, if you ask, you get answers for things. So we do have those Pikeland Braves first names, Weston Leonard, Mason Sapp, along with Hunter Stecker and Miles Johnson. And if I say Steckler or something like that, don't let that bother you at all. Matt Olson here to call the balls and strikes today, so we know we'll keep some things moving. And some mask guy there, I'm not able.
I can't tell who it is.
Can't tell who it is
No.
with a mask on his face. You know, I think about wearing masks these days, John. And I go into convenience stores, and it used to be if a guy came in the convenience store with a mask on, he was going to rob the place. So I feel kind of guilty.
Had a police officer tell me the other day that a former police officer tell me the other day. He said, you know, we used to chase down and arrest people that walked into banks with masks, and now you're not allowed to go to your bank without one. So
this is the Great Rivers Bank Loan Officer Damon Emmerich pregame show. Mortgage rates are falling. Great time to check out those rates for refinancing. You may be able to drop the rates, drop some years off your term, and take some cash out of that equity for some remodeling. Contact Damon Emmerich, Loan Officer at Great Rivers Bank today to learn more. 217-285-4404 or visit greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Also, another of our sponsors today is Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express at IlliniHospital.org. Helicopter going over. I don't know if they're getting a little film or if they're heading to the hospital. You just never know in this day and age, of course. Glad we've got the sponsorship we have. Of course, there's still time for you to become a sponsor. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow. Charlie will head to Minden for the 7th graders playing against the Minden Unity Colts. And also we'll have girls softball action. And I don't know if that's their first game ever.
It is their first game ever.
First time they've had junior high softball for the Pikeland Lady Braves. Do they go by anything else different than that?
They are the Lady Braves now. They
Okay.
used to have other names that they don't use any longer.
Okay, so they're the Lady Braves, and we're looking forward to that. Of course, young Miss Van Winkle, that used to be a catcher in the high school team, is their head coach, and we're looking forward to seeing them. They were practicing yesterday, and we're excited about that also. So we'll be bringing those games at 4:30 tomorrow. Ours right here on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube, and Charlie's got a second channel. I don't know if it's got a name yet.
I believe it's Central Illinois Sports 2. It's very complicated.
Very clever name, John. I like that. That really looks good. By the way, John and Charlie Hall have a business that they've had for a while now, doing a great job, called Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards. If your business needs or organization needs custom apparel, maybe some awards and more, from T-shirts and sweatshirts to polos and jackets, trophies, plaques, and more, Geared Up has the gear you need. Visit WeGearYouUp.com or call 217-473-6290 to learn more about Geared Up. And Bowler's Universe, daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and they're delicious, folks. They got the best burgers around. Legs start soon. Call them to sign up, 217-285-6913. Well, the Braves will have Hayden Gratton, Bobby Harris, and Nolan Robinson, their first 3 batters. If anybody gets on, Zane Knight will be there. Let's take a look at the defense for the GP squad. The Eagles have Blaine Sidwell at first base, Hunter Brown at second base. The shortstop is Cajun Austin, and Garrett Woodward is down at third. Cadence Dorsey's in left field, Logan Finsick in center field, and Brian Embry is in right field for the young Eagles. The battery mate, Flint Kirk behind the plate, and Wade Lipkeman on the mound. Wade getting his final throws here, and Wade's always been a big young man, but he and Flint Kirk look pretty good size out there right now, don't they, John?
Yeah, they're pretty big for junior high.
And they are a talented pair, along with Woody and some of the other guys in the basketball team, and they'll be good this winter. Let's hope all that can happen. Well, let's lead things off today from the right side. Hayden Gratton wears the number 46. He's the shortstop for the Pikeland Braves, and his first at bat in junior high is going to come right now at one of my favorite places for baseball, and that's the Perry Field. Some of the best baseball players I know have come from this operation right here in the old Perry Pioneer days, and this is a great place for baseball. Lipkeman on the mound. We're ready to go. The big right-hander delivers the first one. It's up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the first inning on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us. Kind of an overcast sky right now, even though it looks very clear everywhere but where the sun is, and that's okay because we're out in it right now. Next pitch is in there for a strike, says Mr. Olson, and the count moves to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike in the first inning on Hayden Gratton, the shortstop for the Pikeland Braves. Bats from the right side. Slender-built young man holds the bat high and waits for the next. Pitches up high for a ball, and Gratton doing what you need to do, being very patient. As you saw yesterday, the Pikeland Braves 8th graders dropped behind 9-0 because of a lot of walks, some errors, hit by pitch, and then they stormed back to get a 13-9 win, and that come from behind fashion. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's even at 2-2. Gratton has yet to swing the bat, and the count 2-2. He's trying to do whatever he can do to get on base for Bobby Harris and the gang batting behind him. Coach Jared Hines in the third base box, Darren Craven at first. The next pitch is up high, and a swing and a miss, and the first out of the ball game comes via the swinging strikeout on Hayden Gratton. So Wade Lipkeman picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. Nobody on, 1 out now. Bobby Harris wearing the number 1, the catcher for the Braves. Bats from the right side. Bobby, a very talented young baseball player. Third baseman sneaking in. Bobby Harris takes one on the outside half for strike 1. Lipkeman coming right after him in the early going. As you would expect, those Lipkeman boys all like to throw strikes, especially Grandpa Brett Lipkeman and others. Harris hits one to the third baseman. Nice field by Woodward over to first to Sidwell. Play goes 5-3 for the second out of the inning. And Harris puts the ball in play, and Garrett Woodward does a nice job staying down on it and making the play. Good job on both sides. Now number 18, Nolan Robinson, who will be on the hill for the squad from Pikeland today, steps to the plate on the right side. Kind of funny, you see all the masks that are around their necks. Of course, Geared Up made a lot of masks in the Saki Nation bottom for the kids. Very appreciative of that. First one from Lipkeman. In there for strike one. Lipkeman not messing around. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches already, and he's recorded 2 outs already in the ball game. That's what you're looking for. The next one from Lipkeman, down low for a ball, and the count's even at 1-1. Shortstop Cajun Austin is very fired up out there. Kind of reminds me of Nathan Emmerich back in the day, about the same size when Nathan was a 5th grader. I always remember umpiring some of those games. Next one, fouled off on the left-hand side, and the count goes to 1-2. Boy, a lot of good baseball has been played at this field over the years. A lot of guys that played for Quincy College. Rick Kerfman, one of the best hitters I think I ever saw hit the baseball. Of course, there's some other guys like Doug Elledge that'll tell you how good he was, too, and he was pretty darn good at it. Both of them played at Quincy College back in the day. Lipkeman tries to change up. It stays high, and the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to kind of socially distance out there, and the GP little Eagles are spread out over the bleachers where fans would normally be. Lipkeman, the big right-hander, delivers the next one. Change up, foul back. Nice job by Robinson, and Kirk will chase after that one against the backstop. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the first inning. The 7th grade Pikeland Braves taking on the Eagles of Griggsville, Perry.
Definitely one of the deeper backstops you'll see for junior high.
Yeah, till you get to Petersburg. Then the next from Lipkeman. In there for a called strike 3. Lipkeman records 2 of the 3 outs on strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we go to break, we tell you about Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out on Wednesdays on your newsstand. No score for the Braves and the Eagles coming to bat.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Bottom of the first inning, and we'll see the Eagles at the plate for the first time today. They're in the first base dugout, a la the Cardinals. So I think, Cody Freeman's kind of following the Cardinals' lead in that one.
He's a big Cardinals fan,
I have no idea where the Dodgers sit. But Trash Queen, our scoreboard sponsor, offering affordable residential trash service, roll-off dumpsters, Pike, Scott, Morgan County, and growing every day. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 320-4320 for Trash Queen. As we get ready, it'll be Garrett Woodward leading off, Cajun Austin batting second, Clint Kirk batting third. If anybody gets on, Wade Lipkeman bats in the cleanup spot. Around the infield for the Braves, Taylor Graham's at first base, Caden Ferguson at second, Hayden Gratton at shortstop, and Zane Knight's the third baseman. Joel Noble patrolling things out in left field. Jonas Anderson in center. Carter Frazier in right. Behind the plate is Bobby Harris. And on the mound is Nolan Robinson, who wears the number 18. Robinson, a right-hander, and he'll be on the mound in the early going here. Not a real big front of the mound. I'm just saying that Cody Freeman's got his team in the first base dugout like the Cardinals. I don't know where the Dodgers sit for dugouts. Do they sit in the third base dugout? They sit in the third base
side. There you go.
They finally got enough good players that they might even be able to keep up with the Yankees this year, I think. You never know. Many people are hurting baseball right now. It's unbelievable. It looks like the IL is more like Barnes-Jewish Hospital. we're ready to get things underway in the bottom of the first. Boy, Lipkeman looks sharp on the mound out there, and Woodward made a nice play. Let's see if the Braves can answer that on the other side with Robinson on the mound and Harris behind the plate. The leadoff hitter for this Griggsville Perry Eagles squad will be Garrett Woodward. Woodward had a dandy play at third base just a few moments ago as he stayed down on the ball and kept things rolling with a really nice play there. Oh, Woody's getting a little taller these days, John. He's a little bigger guy than he used to be for us. He's a lot better looking than his dad, too. I don't know if a lot of people have noticed that, but I'm sure his grandma would definitely agree with us on that one. Grandma and Grandpa Woodward, glad you're joining us today on the broadcast. Your son told us you might be tuning in. Garrett steps in from the right side. Where's the number 14? First pitch from Robinson on the day. It hits him, and Woodward will head to first base, and the first pitch of the ball game, a hit by pitch, and Woody doing what he needs to do, and that's get on base. Garrett Woodward takes the batting gloves off. He'll toss those to the coaches. And, you know, if you're a coach these days, being an equipment manager is almost as important.
You got to have lots of pockets.
Cajun Austin is up to bat now. Where's the number 27? He's the shortstop. From the stretch, Robinson delivers, throws one down the middle, and a swing and a miss. And Robinson's got a little pop on the ball for a seventh grader also, John. I've not had the opportunity to get to see Nolan pitch. Tall, right-handed young man from the stretch position, looks into Harris and gets the sign. And Austin is ready. Then to throw over to first base to run Woodward back. And Woody's back in plenty of time. Taylor Graham makes the catch. I like to call Taylor Angus sometimes. You know, they kind of like that Angus cow out their way. Good young man, that Taylor. I always enjoy visiting with him. Robinson's next. Change up, outside corner, strike two. That one called in the 0-2 count. So the first man on the first pitch hit by a pitch. Woody's down at first base and Garrett Woodward. And Cajun Austin waits for the next. Ball's fouled straight back out of play, and we'll do it all over again. Robinson coming right after him. When he was warming up, it was kind of all over the place. But, boy, when the batter stepped in, you know, that's kind of the opposite of a lot of kids. When they get a batter in there, things change. Cajun Austin, not a big young man, but he keeps that bat moving, and he's ready to go. Hits a ground ball towards first base. Taylor Graham's going to step on it and make the play. And now Woodward is going to be caught between the two players as he didn't know exactly what happened there, I don't think. And he got to second and ran back towards first. And so an unusual double play goes 3-6.
I'm not sure if he thought the ball had been caught there, Jack.
I don't know, but I think there wasn't a lot of, you know, there's the coaches couldn't get his attention in that situation. You got that helmet on the first time, it's a little tougher. But there's two outs and nobody on with Flint Kirk coming to the plate. Flint's a big, tall right-hander, and so Robinson's got him to deal with. Throws the first one up in his eyes for ball one. He and Lipkeman will get your attention in the 3 and 4 holes. A couple tall-built young men, and boy, both of them do a nice job on the basketball court in the post positions. Robinson nods the head, gets the pitch he wants, and he delivers. It's down low. Bobby Harris stops that one with the left shin guard, and it's a 2-0 count. Bobby Harris, a very talented young man behind the plate, and he's just learning the game. That will help him a little bit. He'll get that stance down a little bit more and become a little bit more comfortable with it. The next from Robinson up high, and he's not really wanting to challenge Kirk, it doesn't appear, in the early going here. Looks like some stuff going on out at the batting cage at the Little League. Always glad to see that. You know, it's out there available for those kids during the day. I know school starts on Thursday in the Pikeland district, and I think it started in some other places earlier. 3-0 count. First one in, or the old automatic in there, and makes the count 3-1. Flint Kirk wears the number 5. He's the catcher for this Eagles squad. Woodward reached on a hit by pitch, then a double play. Cajun Austin hit into, and with 2 outs, Kirk takes strike 2, and now we've went full. I like Robinson's attitude, though. He gets the ball and gets the sign, and he's raring to go, and both pitchers really going to keep this game moving.
Be home early tonight, Jack.
Here's Robinson's next. It's down low. Matt Olson, the umpire, makes a nice stop on that one in our first base on balls on the day. And with 2 outs and a runner at first base via the walk, walks in is number 15, Wade Lipkeman. And I think we probably got some of the Lipkeman fan club behind us there. How you doing today, guys? I'll kind of slump over so you can see him.
He's tall enough they can see him over you.
Yeah. Pretty solid built young man. From the stretch, Robinson checks the runner in Kirk, gets a big lead, and a checked swing is strike one. No balls, one strike. Kirk had a nice jump off the base. I think he could have stole second pretty easily, and he may be looking for that on this one, trying to get things going with Lipkeman up there and get in scoring position. Big lead. He's off to the races. Lipkeman takes the strike, and when Harris drew back to throw the ball, he bounced it off of the umpire, and a stolen base for Flint Kirk is our first stolen base of the day. Runner at second, 2 outs, an 0-2 count on Wade Lipkeman, the 8th grader. Lipkeman holds the bat up high, got a nice stance. And the pitch from Robinson, a little change up high as he wasted one up there. Wade Lipkeman's mom was quite an athlete in high school. She suffered a couple injuries that kind of hurt her a little bit, but I tell you what, I always enjoyed broadcasting her games, and she was a very talented young lady. The pitch from Robinson to Lipkeman up high again. Lipkeman ducks out of the way, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flag blowing towards right field today, and it is beautiful out here. I know a bunch of the dads a few years ago rebuilt this outfield fence, and that was a tremendous blessing for this field. The next, up high, ball gets away, and Kirk's going to go down to third. Ball is thrown, and the third baseman, Knight, knocks it down via the hockey goalie. Nice job there. And a full count with a runner at third now as Kirk goes to third on the wild pitch.
I thought that may have grazed Lipkeman's elbow that time, but he didn't want to take the hit by pitch.
No,
So
Lipkeman's not looking to get hit by a pitch. He wants to hit the ball.
Yeah.
3-2 count, 2 outs, runner at third. The pitch is down low, and the ball gets by Harris, and the umpire makes a nice stop. Base on balls. Now runners at the corners with 2 out, and here comes Logan Finsick. He's the center fielder. Where's the number 8? And he plays center field. Do you think Cody Freeman said I'm going to put 8 on him because I know he's my center fielder, and that's the number he would be playing on? Lipkeman's going to be run for by a courtesy runner. Can you catch a number there, John? Is it?
I didn't see it when he came in, and maybe 1.
1 or 11?
I think it's 1.
That would be Peyton Camp, if that's true. Peyton Camp, a courtesy runner, I do believe. So we'll count that courtesy runner, which is what they're allowed to do for the pitcher and the catcher. Robinson comes set. Runners off to the races. First pitch down low. And Lipkeman will get the stolen base with a runner on third. They're not going to throw it. It's a ball 1 count on Finsick. Logan Finsick up now. Blaine Sidwell waits on deck, the left-hander. The next pitch, a swing and a miss, as Finsick was a little bit behind that one, and the count's even at 1-1. Robinson got by those 2 very good hitters in Kirk and Lipkeman, but he walked both of them. Now they're at second and third. Actually, Camp's at second running for Lipkeman. Working on Finsick here. That's in there for a strike, and trying to pitch out of a jam is Nolan Robinson. Harris behind the plate, Robinson on the mound, Taylor Graham at first, Ferguson at second, shortstop's Grattan, third baseman is Knight. From the stretch, the 1-2 count. Change up called strike 3, and Robinson finds a way to get out of that mess and pitches around a couple of walks. No hits, 2 men left on base, no score after 1 inning on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We're back with the top of the second on Central Illinois Sports after these.
Nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Johnny! Oh, Johnny! It's awfully cold out today. Where has he run off to?
Oh, he bundled up and took his gaming system over to Mikey's. Apparently they have Cascom internet, and it is apparently a lot more reliable than our internet.
Well, I am calling Cascom right now and signing up for high-speed internet. With all these new devices we got for the holidays, Johnny needs to be here at home, streaming in his own room.
I agree, dear, I agree. I've been telling you that for months.
Make sure you have the reliable internet speed you need at home. Call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Well, John, we're back to live action here, and we tell you the Trash Queen scoreboard is a 0-0 score in the early going here. My watch is telling me I need to get up and walk around a little bit. If I got up and take 3 steps, it tells me good job. I always like that about it. Want to tell you about one of our sponsors. That's Central Illinois Sports, of course. We're proud to bring you the games. Visit centralillinoisports.com to see our latest schedule of broadcasts. If you would, please subscribe to the YouTube page. That's very easy to do. Hit the subscribe button. That helps us out a little bit. Follow us on Twitter and like our Facebook page to stay connected with every sport in our area on Central Illinois Sports. And, John, I think we had about 375 viewers yesterday at game time. Want to thank all those people for tuning in, and we hope you'll continue to do that. We got a doubleheader coming your way tomorrow. Griggsville Perry's Lady Eagles will be playing softball against the Pikeland Lady Braves tomorrow. John and I will bring you that game, and Charlie will travel to Minden to bring you the 7th grade game between the Colts and the Braves.
Jack, I think that was maybe total views yesterday. I'd love to have 375 at a time, but
John, if you just don't say anything, they'll
okay.
not know.
375,000 people.
Yeah, Zane Knight is the man that's up to plate right now, batting in the cleanup spot. He wears the number 4 and fouls the first one back. I didn't say he's 375,000.
No, I know. I went with that, though.
Oh, okay. Well, you are a little bit of a exaggerator.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
a small
X-ray tech or something like that. Whatever it is, you bet. I want to thank the folks from here at Griggsville Perry Junior High for their hospitality. Next pitch is outside, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Save-A-Lot, your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield, here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Join them for the Back to the Blue event on Saturday, September 5th. Show your support for law enforcement. Lipkeman throws a little change-up, and Knight out in front of that one, and the count goes to 1-2. Once again, Flint Kirk behind the plate, Wade Lipkeman on the mound, Blaine Sidwell at first, Hunter Brown second baseman, Cajun Austin at shortstop, Garrett Woodward at third, Dorsey, Finsick, and Embry around the outfield left to right. The next from the big right-hander, a little change-up, and Knight ducks out of the way, and that one was real close. And Lipkeman using that breaking pitch to gain a little advantage in the early going. Boy, yesterday, that young man from Rushville had a nice slider. Whew, good-looking young pitcher. Next from Lipkeman, another change-up down low, and the count's full at 3-2. Knight fouled off the first pitch on a fastball. Lipkeman's tried to change speeds a little bit. He's working on some things in the early part of the season. He played summer ball this year, and so he's had a chance to throw the baseball. Summer ball was a little different, but we saw the Bucks team, Midwest Bucks, get in about 30 games this year. The next from Lipkeman, he comes back with a high hard one, and Knight fouls it back. Nice job by Zane fighting that one off. Waiting on deck is the lefty. He's not a lefty batting, Taylor Graham. He bats from the right side. I keep forgetting there's those guys that continue to do that. There are more people that field left and bat right than I think I've ever seen in my life, but it's just been a trend that's a little different than normal. The next from Lipkeman, Knight fouls it off again, and we've got a good battle on our hands right now as Zane Knight's trying to get his first junior high hit and get a batting average in the early going.
Fouled it off the inside of his foot that time, so he said,
he'll have to get about $4,000 worth of those guards that the professional guys have that they wear up and down and all over the place. His grandpa would do that for him, and Grandpa Ed, he loves to watch Zane play baseball. Full count, nobody on, nobody out. Here comes Lipkeman's next. And he gets a strikeout, but it was a good battle between the two, and the first out of the inning is a strikeout, the third of the ball game for Wade Lipkeman. Now Taylor Graham will step in with nobody on and 1 out. Where's the number 55? He's a first baseman. Holds the bat high from the right side. Lipkeman looks for the sign from Kirk and wheels and deals. It's just low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter, Taylor Graham. Carter Frazier waits on deck to get his first chance of the junior high season. Lipkeman toes the rubber and fires the next one. It's down low again, and the count's 2-0.
Right now I think Kirk may be actually kind of dragging that pitch out of the zone, Jack.
Yep, you got to grab her and get her right back in there, and that'll help a little bit more with confidence throughout the season. Lipkeman's next. He is out of the strike zone, but Taylor Graham liked the looks of that one and took a swing at it and couldn't make contact. And the count goes to 2-1. I know Wade, I think he played for one of the Swings teams, if I'm not mistaken, this summer.
No idea.
The next, it's in there for a strike, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think you're right because the pitch was about the same level on Graham, but this time it was across the plate and just the way the catcher caught the ball. Now, I contend umpires should call the ball when it comes across the plate. Next pitch is out of the strike zone, and the count goes full at 3-2. Second batter of the inning, both have taken the count to 3-2. Before Knight fouled a couple of them off, he then struck out. Let's see what Taylor Graham can do right here. Braves looking for their first hit of the game. That one out of the strike zone, and Graham has worked a base on balls, and he'll be the first base runner for the Braves today. With one out and a runner at first base, number 7, Carter Frazier, the right fielder, will step in from the right side.
Now, Jack, if that were true, though, then why would Yadi Molina be so valuable at framing?
Well, that's because I think professional umpires pay more attention to that than they probably should, and I know they throw it hard. Carter Frazier's showing the bunt. He can bunt the ball. Woodworth is coming in. He may just want to see what's going to happen, see if they can get the stolen base. First one is down low for a ball, and Taylor Graham was not going on that one. Maybe they had a little play going on. Let's see what Carter Frazier does here. Carter steps in from the right side. Lipkeman pitching from the stretch position for the first time today. Steps on, wipes the brow, looks in for the sign, nods, checks the runner at first, then comes set. Now we'll try the pickoff move. Blaine Sidwell applies the tag, but Taylor Graham back in there. Two first basemen both over there on the first base bag. Both of them catch with the right hand. They're both lefties. They're doing a little battling over there after the walk to Graham. Shortstop looking for the baseball. Carter Frazier shows bunt, pulls it back, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first base. Mike Shannon likes to say deuces wild. I'd say aces are wild right at the moment. Little lead by Graham. He's got about a 3-step lead. Lipkeman checks, now steps off. And I actually like what he did there more than throwing the ball, because when you throw the ball, a lot of bad things can happen. If you step off, you still drive him back a little closer. Lipkeman takes a long look at the man at first. Now he goes through the motion and probably got by with a balk that time, but the count goes to 1-2. Wade rushed that one right through, and he's trying to keep that guy close, and on the slide step, he was pretty quick on the old glove that time. Yeah, you take the advantages you get. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Lipkeman looks into his battery mate in Kirk, checks the runner at first. Now comes set, brings the next. Ground ball hit to the second baseman, and it's going to be a base hit. Carter Frazier gets the hit, and the right fielder comes in and keeps the ball in front of him. Brian Embry kind of thought maybe Taylor Graham would try to go to third on that play, but he held up at second, so Carter Frazier has our first hit of the ball game. Nice job by Carter as he got it just out of the outstretched hands of Hunter Brown, who had to break towards second to cover the bag and then tried to make a comeback on that. Jonas Anderson bats now. Jonas playing center field. Where's the number 21? Jonas has got a little power. He can make some things happen. Braves got a couple of guys out there in the on deck trying to get some of the luggage back into the dugout. From the stretch, Lipkeman checks both runners. And Anderson puts one up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Center fielder charging hard. Man's going to round third and try to score. Long throw? No. Taylor Graham fakes it and then comes back. The center fielder makes a nice throw as Anderson drives a base hit up the middle, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Here comes Joel Noble to the plate.
The giant power hitter that he is.
Tell you what, Joel Noble can show you how to catch a bass, a catfish, a walleye, or whatever you want to catch. Now he's getting instructions from his coach, and let's see if they play a little small ball here. Joel Noble, he is a joy to be around. His brother Jamo is just the same. A couple good young men take after their mother. Now Noble looks like he's squared around a little bit. He's going to see if he can put the ball in play. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1, and Lipkeman's doing what he's got to do there, and that's go right after this number 8 hitter. Caden Ferguson waits on deck. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Knight struck out to start the inning, but he battled before he did. Fouled a couple off. Actually fouled 4 pitches off in the at-bat. The next one from Lipkeman. It's a strike also, and Lipkeman's going right after him. No balls, 2 strikes. You got to know what part of the lineup you're in, and that's what Lipkeman has done. He's made a intention. He's going right after this batter. Infielders are in right now. They don't want to give up anything, and Joel Noble swings at that one and misses for the strikeout, the second of the inning, and the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Lipkeman. That'll bring up Caden Ferguson, who wears the number 24. He's playing second base today. He catches, can play in the outfield, anywhere on the infield, pitches. Caden's a good contact hitter, and he'll bat from the right side. Caden's a battler. Comes from a long line of catchers in that Ferguson family. First pitch from Lipkeman. It's up high for a ball. Caden Ferguson's got good baseball knowledge, John. He'll really pay attention to what's going on out there and try to really give him a good at-bat. Lipkeman wipes the brow. He's been out there for a while.
And he's right in the sun right now, kind of looking right at it.
6th batter to bat in the inning. And the next. It's in there for a strike, and the count's even at 1-1. I don't know what the name of that bug was that was on the table, but he was not very handsome.
Unique?
He uniqued up on me. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 count. Lipkeman trying to get out of this little jam. The next, Ferguson takes it down low, and the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. You can bet Lipkeman will be challenging him here. He doesn't want to walk a man and give him a run. No score in the ball game on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen, of course, for all your residential trash service and commercial too. 217-320-4320. Joe Helms, tell Chris you heard it again. Ferguson holds off on that high pitch. He wanted to go after it, but he held up, and it's a 3-1 count. And now Lipkeman will have to come right after it.
It was a good choice, as it was above the brim of his helmet that time.
Awful hard pitch to lay off of, and I don't care what level of baseball you're playing, that always happens. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases juice, loaded up out there. 2 outs. Lipkeman struck out a pair, walked 1, and given up a couple light base hits, but they still count. The next. Ferguson puts it in play. The shortstop tries to backhand it, can't. That's going to be a base hit, and the next runner is going to come around trying to score. Here comes Carter Frazier, and he'll be out at the plate, score a run, give a base hit to Ferguson and an RBI, and the 3rd out of the inning comes way of Carter Frazier trying to score on a play that goes 7-2 for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Braves get on the scoreboard with the first run as they batted through their lineup. 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors, a base on balls, and a couple of strikeouts. We played an inning and a half. The Braves won, and the Eagles nothing. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports after these.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
We've reached the bottom of the 2nd inning, and the Eagles of Griggsville Perry will send up Blaine Sidwell, Hunter Brown, and Brian Embry. If anybody gets on, Cadence Dorsey will bat, and they'll be through their lineup for the first time. The Braves plated a run on a base hit by Ferguson with the bases loaded. Then the left fielder made a nice throw back in, and Cadence Dorsey, he threw out the ball into Flint Kirk, and he put the tag on Carter Frazier trying to score for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Braves had 3 hits and just plated 1 run and got a walk also. And we'll see back to the mound is Nolan Robinson, Bobby Harris behind the plate, Graham at first base, Ferguson at second. Shortstop is Hayden Gratton, and the 3rd baseman Zane Knight. Joel Noble in left field, Jonas Anderson in center, and Carter Frazier in right. The battery mates once again. Bobby Harris behind the plate. Got a nice little arm there. And Nolan Robinson, who pitched around some trouble, a couple of walks in the last inning. He recorded 1 strikeout and was aided with the double play that helped him a lot. Blaine Sidwell will step in from the left side. We'll see how Robinson handles a left-hander. Sidwell wears the number 2, plays first base. Holds the bat high. Nice little baseball player is Blaine. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, a 1-0 Pikeland 7th grade Braves lead over the GP Eagles. Next pitch is inside, and Sidwell has to duck out of the way, and it's a 2-0 count. Hoping that Blaine's folks are either watching the game from around the field here somewhere or able to tune in today. Next pitch is a ball, and Harris let that one go between his legs, and that'll hurt the pitcher because sometimes you'll get that call if the catcher catches it. Hard to call a strike if the catcher lets it go by, though. 3 balls, no strikes as Sidwell has worked a 3-0 count against Robinson, who's on the mound for the 7th grade Braves. Next pitch out of the strike zone and a base on balls on 4 pitches. Last inning started out with a hit by pitch on Woodward. Then Cajun Austin hit the ball to the first baseman. Taylor Graham got the play out at first, and Woodward got caught between the bases for the double play. Then Kirk and Lipkeman reached on bases with ball and balls before Finsick struck out looking. Now Sidwell off to the races at first. That's a ball. Harris throws the ball to second. On the outfield side, man picks it up. And need to let the center fielder have that one because Sidwell took it to second and stole the base and then went to third on the air by the shortstop who didn't make the play on that one. You got to keep that ball in front of you. Harris got rid of it. It was on the third base side, but still you've got to kind of be the goalie and keep that in front of you. 1 ball count on Hunter Brown, who wears the number 4. Brown is the second baseman. Now Robinson out of the strike zone for 6 straight pitches. You know, once again, Hunter Brown plays second base. His number's 4. See, I think Cody Freeman's got a pattern going here. Woodward should be number 5, but he's 14 instead. A 2-0 count. Robinson out of the strike zone on 3 straight pitches, and he was cruising in the first inning. I know he walked a couple of guys, but it was almost like he didn't want to challenge them. Bottom part of the lineup here, he's having trouble finding the strike zone. Sidwell down at third with nobody out. Now he found the strike zone, and that's a 3-1 count. Kind of did what Reinhardt did yesterday, fell behind 3-0, and then got that strike in there, and we'll see if he can keep that consistent. Don't forget about Bowlers Universe, 217-285-6913. They're signing up for legs. They've got lunch specials Monday through Friday, and they're delicious. The next from Robinson, in there again for a strike, and he's fighting right back against Hunter Brown, the second baseman. Brown bats from the right side. He is the 7th place hitter. Brian Embry waits on deck, and Cadence Dorsey in the hole. The next from Robinson. Swing and a miss, and he gets a strikeout after falling behind 3-0. Robinson comes back and makes the pitch. Now here comes Brian Embry, who is the right fielder. It was Caden Dorsey that made the good throw a little bit ago, but Embry did a nice job coming in on that 1 base hit and holding the runners tight. He bats from the right side. Robinson tries to pick off to third. The man only just a step or so off, and Sidwell back very easily. Now Zane Knight tries the Thomas Hull hidden ball trick, but Sidwell said, I know you got the ball. Throw it back to the pitcher now, okay?
Sidwell didn't even have to dive. All he had to do was literally pick his foot up and put it back on third base.
The next from Robinson. Up high for a ball. And a 1 ball, no strike count. I'll tell you, working junior high games behind the plate, this is a beautiful day because a lot of times it's 100 degrees and you almost don't want to put the chest protector on. It's so hot. Next one from Robinson, the right-hander. It's in there for a strike and a 1-1 count. Embry dove out on that one, but it looked like it was a pretty good pitch, and that's what umpire Matt Olson told us.
Those are probably days when you decide that's a bad idea when you come up and it's a small catcher, though.
Well, kind of, but I'll tell you what, when you were that hot, I mean, it was just like an oven back there. I tried it a couple of times, and you know what happens when you don't put the chest protector on? You find the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out on the strikeout of Brown. Runner at third base in Sidwell, who walked, stole second, went to third on the throw. Robinson fell off the mound but got the strikeout. He kind of slipped off the side of the mound that time. I don't know if he just intentionally throws that pitch, but it worked pretty well. Now he faces the number 9 hitter in Cadence Dorsey. He pitched around second and third last inning with 1 out. Trying to do the same with a runner at third now with nobody out. He's gotten 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Dorsey is a strike. Cadence Dorsey wears the number 6, plays left field. He's the guy that made the nice throw to get Carter Frazier trying to score. Next pitch is down low for a ball, and Harris makes a snag on that one. To say that the Braves have a little left fielder is an understatement. Jolie looks pretty small out there, about 160 foot away from us. Trying to fight the sun. Robinson gets a sign, lifts the leg, throws the pitch right in there for a strike. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Nolan Robinson looking very sharp out there on the mound. He'll help the pitching core of this team. Bobby Harris, another pretty good little pitcher. Runner at third. Pitch up high for a ball, and the count's 2-2. Robinson will want to come right after Dorsey here, the number 9 hitter. Leadoff hitter Garrett Woodward waits on deck, and he'd love a chance to help get Sidwell in. Now Robinson throws the next. It's up high for a ball, and that control problem kind of coming back a little bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fell behind 3-0 on Brown, came back and got the strikeout. Didn't mess around with Embry. Struck him out on a 1-2 pitch. Now full count on the number 9 hitter. The pitch, a swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side and pitches around a walk. Both pitchers pitching around some jams, doing a nice job. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game for Nolan Robinson. We played 2. It's the Pikeland Braves 7th graders 1 and the GP Eagles 0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. More comes your way with John Hall and myself, Jack Hall, on Central Illinois Sports after these.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Back on Central Illinois Sports as we've reached the top of the 3rd inning already. Wade Lipkeman back out on the hill with Flint Kirk behind the plate for the Eagles, and they'll face the top of the lineup for the Pikeland Braves in Hayden Gratton, Bobby Harris, and Nolan Robinson. Caden Ferguson, the number 9 hitter, got a key hit and drove in the only run of the ball game. The bottom end of the lineup really did a nice job hitting, and I think Coach Craven's going to have to question Coach Hines on his batting laps. The bottom end's been doing all the hitting on both teams. Hayden Gratton will lead it off. He wears the number 46, shortstop Hayden Gratton. Struck out swinging his first time on a 2-2 count. So he's looking for his first hit of the junior high season. First one down low. Kirk does a nice job practicing if there was a runner on base and blocks that one. And umpire Olson very pleased with the job that Kirk did that time. Mortgage rates are falling now. Great time to check out rates and get refinanced with Great Rivers Bank and Damon Emery, 285-4404. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That one's in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Lipkeman threw extra pitches last inning, and so he's probably getting into that low 30 range, I would say, right now. Lipkeman from the right side brings the next one and changes speeds a little bit and had Hayden Gratton a little bit out in front of that one, and the count goes to 1-2. Hayden, a very quick young man. Boy, you watch him on the basketball court, he's constantly in motion. Hayden loves sports. He's got a good following of his own to watch him play. Hope they're joining us today. The next from Lipkeman up high is Hayden Gratton recognizes that one, and a 2-2 count.
Game Changer has him at 42, it looks like, Jack.
Well, thank you for checking that. I appreciate that. Lipkeman from the right side on the 2-2. Change up, good pitch, breaking ball. Now watch Gratton take off for first. Kirk will try to make the play. Tough throw. And And Grattan, who turned towards second, is lucky that Blaine Sidwell didn't turn around and tag him. A strikeout on a wild pitch will put Grattan at first base. And I guess you almost have to give an error to the catcher on the throw that time. Drop third strike on a wild pitch, and here comes Bobby Harris, because a good throw would have got him.
Yep.
So Grattan uses his speed, and even though he strikes out, he is at first base with nobody out. A little bit of a lead. He'll get back there. Harris now wanting to do something, and Bobby Harris grounded out to third last time on an 0-1 count. Harris takes a strike on the outside corner and an 0-1 count. No balls, one strike to count on a beautiful day for baseball, and the shade has come our way here behind home plate on the first base side. John Hall, Jack Hall bringing it to you today. We'll have one tomorrow with the Pikeland Lady Braves taking on the Griggsville Perry Lady Eagles. Pickoff throw to first base. Sidwell has it get away. Grattan's going to take off for second, and that's what Grattan can do for you. He is so quick that if you don't make a catch on that ball, he will take off again. And so the first baseman had trouble with the throw over to him, hit him on the glove, and Grattan takes advantage of the ball that gets away.
Umpire's cleaning off the base now, Jack.
Yeah.
Guess that's to make sure you know where it is.
I know the base umpire was coming towards the pitcher. I thought he was charging the mound from behind him there for a minute. I don't think he wants anything to do with Lipkeman. Grattan gets a little bit of a lead, and the shortstop in Austin, Austin. Now the ball's in play. That's what they're looking for. Grattan's going to have a little trouble seeing the pitcher behind the umpire there. Bobby Harris drives one past it. No, the shortstop makes a great play. Goes 6-3. Bobby Harris hit that one on the nose, but what a play by Cajun Austin that time. Runner goes to third on the play, but that looked like it had base hit all over it, and Cajun Austin made a tremendous play out there. A lot of good shortstops over the years from Griggsville Perry and the Perry guys, and Austin trying to stay right with that. There's a lot of history in that position on this field. And what a play by Cajun Austin to get the first out of the inning. Runner at third now, and Hayden Grattan. We've seen both teams get runners at third and have trouble getting them in. Caden Ferguson did something about that in the 1-0 lead now for the Braves. They're trying to add to that here in the top of the third with one out. Batter is Nolan Robinson, the pitcher. Bats from the right side. Kind of got that old baseball player stance, the knees kind of together. Fouls that one off to the right side, and John Hull didn't even flinch. He knows what a fence is all about. As long as it doesn't hit that sign and come down and hit you on the head, you got it made.
Only if the sign falls down and hits me on the head.
I wonder if Stuart Hobson got all those signs made. He likes those round baseballs with the names on them, you know? Old Stuart has been a great fan of sports here at Griggsville and Perry for many years, and we appreciate Stuart Hobson and Hobson Auto Body. That's a balk as Wade Lipkeman comes up, and you cannot come to a stop position when you come set, and that's what he did that time, trying to fool the man. And you got to do a continuation. You've got to stay a constant movement, and that time he came up and froze the right foot, and that's going to score the run and make it a 2-0 ball game on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen offering affordable residential and commercial trash service, roll-off dumpsters, Pike, Scott, and Morgan County. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320. Trash Queen, our scoreboard sponsor now for about 4 years, I do believe. Thank you, Chris and the gang. The pitch from Lipkeman, he comes right after the man and throws a hard one, and it's fouled off over our heads on the right side. Nolan Robinson with an 0-2 count now. One out on a ground out, a hard ground out by Bobby Harris. Seventh graders have come out and looked sharp today so far. They're really paying attention and getting right after it. I like their attitude coming up here and doing the things they need to do. Now Robinson fouls it off on the fist that time, had to really work on that, and I bet that made the old hand sting a little bit as that one was on the inside. Lipkeman tried to saw him off with a wooden bat. We'd probably be looking at splinters and a new baseball bat, but not with these aluminum ones. You know, when you spend $400, they ought to stay together.
And sometimes they don't.
They have to use drop threes in junior high, so a lot of these kids have been using drop tens. They're not quite as quick with the bat as they were in the summertime. Lipkeman 0-2 count on Robinson. Change up. Robinson hits a little flare towards first, gets away from Sidwell. Lipkeman covers the base and makes the play as Sidwell and he worked it to perfection. Play goes 3-1 for the second out of the inning. Sidwell kind of got that in-between little fly ball, and he knocked it down, and what a job by Lipkeman to get over there and cover first base. Sidwell found him. He's easy to spot. And
if Lipkeman hadn't, though, then the runner would have been safe because I don't think Sidwell could have beat him to the base.
Nope. Lipkeman did a nice job finding the bag, too, because he had to kind of do a lot of things right then to make it happen. Now Zane Knight bats with nobody on and 2 outs. The Braves have played it a run, and it's a 2-0 game here in the top of the third. First one from Lipkeman, down low for a ball, and Kirk does a nice job once again blocking that. So Lipkeman's got to be in the low 50s on his pitch count, I'd say now. You just don't know how long a coach will go with a young man early in the season like that. Don't know if he pitched the other day against Western or not. The next up high for a ball. With these pitching limitations, that's why you don't see a lot of people in a regular, normal baseball season playing quite as many games as they used to. You just don't have enough pitching. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Man reached on a error by the catcher on a 3rd strike, so Lipkeman's actually recorded 3 outs in the inning, but not gotten credit for him. Now Zane Knight hits one off the end of the bat, and Sidwell will run and get it, make the play 3 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning, and 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors on that first batter, and nobody left on base. 2.5 innings in the book here at Central Illinois Sports. Trash Queen scoreboard, the Braves 7th grade team of Pikeland 2 and Griggsville Perry's Eagles 0. Back with the bottom of the 3rd after these.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities that fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on the newsstand near you. And Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. And our friends at Geared Up Custom Apparels and Awards. Does your business or organization need custom apparel? How about a fundraiser? T-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, jackets. Geared Up has the gear you need. Visit WeGearYouUp.com or call 217-473-6290. And they've got some great fundraisers available for you folks. And we've seen some people make some nice money over time. And John, I want to thank you and Charlie for helping out the businesses in the area with that T-shirt fundraiser you did during the opening of the COVID day. About $9,000 raised, I think.
That went back to businesses. It was good.
Garrett Woodward will bat for the second time in the game. He was hit by a pitch, his very first at bat. So he takes ball 1 high and outside. So that's only the second pitch he's seen. Garrett was hit by a pitch and then involved in a double play back in the first. Robinson back on the mound, and Woodward has to lift the leg and stay away from that one as it almost got him again. Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Real Net and Twine is your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Call Tracy and the gang today, 217-285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. 3 balls, no strikes on Garrett Woodward, and Robinson just seems like every once in a while he just loses it, and then he tries to pick it back up. Now he comes right back after falling behind 3-1. Fell behind 3-0 on another batter last inning and got the strikeout, and he had 3 balls on quite a few people over that last inning. Next pitch, fouled off over our heads, and the spectators just behind us knew exactly where that one was at.
They're just close enough to the fence that I think it would be hard to get hit.
Well, you never know. I didn't see Brett flinch back there, so I guess it wasn't real close to it. Full count. Woodward fights one off a little bit high, but fouls it back and stays alive. Garrett Woodward, good athlete, this young man. Had a chance to see him play a lot of sports over a few years already, and he's got a big career ahead of him. Next pitch, fouled straight over our head again, and that one might be a little closer to those fans. So Woodward making Robinson work after Robinson fell behind 3-0. Then he got a couple of strikes on him, but Woodward's fouled off 3 straight pitches. Full count, nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning, 2-0 the Trash Queen lead for the Braves. A ground ball, third base hit. Woodward got that base hit, and I do believe that's the first hit of the ball game for the GP squad. It is. Woodward hit that one on the nose. Past the third baseman in Knight. And Cajun Austin brought like a half a dozen baseballs with him up there to the umpire. There were a lot of foul balls off, and I'm not sure Cajun could lift all of them. He had so many of them. He had enough baseballs, he could have been juggling them coming to Matt Olson that time.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, it would. He grounded out to the first baseman in a double play last time. The pitch from Robinson, the runner is off to the races. Nice throw into second. And the man is caught stealing on a nice throw by Harris. Wow. I think he might have caught a little break on the late tag, but the play goes 2-6 for the out. And the pitch was a ball on Cajun Austin. So Woodward caught stealing.
Ball beat the runner by a good couple steps.
It did. Harris really got rid of it fast. It was impressive. And a swing and a miss, and Robinson taking advantage of that out on the bases is going after the man now, a 1-1 count. Nolan Robinson started out the inning with 41 pitches, so he's gotten close to 50 now. Lipkeman at 51 on the day. A swing and a miss by Cajun Austin on a high pitch, and it's a 1-2 count. Cajun pounds the helmet back down on his head, and he's wanting to get a hit right now. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for the second out of the inning. The 5th strikeout of the ball game for Robinson. And Robinson's looked good on the mound for a 7th grader. I'll tell you what, he's come right out there and made it happen. 2 outs, Flint Kirk bats. He walked his last time, was stranded at third. First pitch down low for a ball. Kirk got ahead by a 3-0 count, and then it went to 3-2 before he got a base on ball, stole a base, went to third on the throw, was stranded there in the last half, or the first inning, I should say. Now Kirk takes another one high. And Robinson just looks like he's not really looking to challenge him much. Nobody on with 2 outs and a 2-run lead. You got to go right after him right here to see what he can do. It's big dimensions out here for a junior high field. The next is up high for a ball.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty impressive hit to get a home run.
Well, I'll tell you what. Flint Kirk is probably one of those guys that could do it if he got into it. A 3-0 count here. Tatis swung on 3-0 yesterday and hit a grand slam. You saw that.
And then they criticized him for it.
Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike on the old automatic that time. Lipkeman waits on deck with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss by Kirk, and the count's full at 3-2. Almost a mirror image of the last at-bat that they had against each other.
Saw a writer today that said if you don't want him to hit a grand slam off of you, throw better pitches.
Yeah. Now Kirk fouls one back, and the count remains at 3-2. Save-A-Lot, your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield, here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Join them for the Back the Blue event on Saturday, September 5th. Show your support of the local law enforcement. Robinson throws one down low, and Kirk gets the base on balls for the second time in the ball game. A dangerous thing to do with Lipkeman coming up. Woodward started off with a base hit, got caught stealing down at second on the first pitch. Then Cajun Austin struck out. Flint Kirk worked a 3-2 count to a base on balls, and now Lipkeman bats. He had a full count before he walked and stole the base. He was stranded at second. First one in there for a strike. Flint Kirk had a big lead down there at first, but decided not to go. Harris gaining a little respect from the other teams, showing off that arm early. He's down there working and working every day with his dad, trying to get better. Pitch is high and outside, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. You know how you get better in baseball? You work, work, work. And Bobby Harris is willing to do it. His dad loved baseball, was a pretty darn good pitcher, and him and his dad work a lot on it. The next from Robinson, up high for a ball. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Taylor Graham at first, Caden Ferguson at second, Hayden Gratton at short, and Zane Knight at third, Joel Noble in left field, Jonas Anderson in center, Carter Frazier in right. Harris behind the plate. Robinson on the mound and delivers ball 3, a 3-1 count on Wade Lipkeman. It's kind of like playing the Cardinals when they had Jack Clark. You kind of pitch around 2 guys to see who's left. Next one out of the strike zone, and the 3 and 4 hitter reach base on bases on balls again this inning.
Every once in a while, Ozzie Smith hits a home run, right?
Yeah, but he was batting second a lot with Tommy Herr batting third. Who batted behind Jack Clark? Not much anybody most of the time. Logan Finsick comes to the plate. He was called out on strikes his last time in the first inning.
Jack, that was so long ago, would have been a lot of these kids' parents were not even born.
Well, I was.
I know.
And I'll never forget it. Good lead by the runners at first and second. Robinson delivers the next. Down low, Harris catches it off the ground. And a 2-0 count on Finsick. Darren Craven wearing the red today, but he wore the Eagle colors and the Tornado colors when he was in high school, then at McMurray later. He's been coaching over at the junior high for about 3 years, and we are blessed to have Darren Craven there because I'll tell you what, he has the great temperament of working with young kids learning how to pitch. Couldn't ask for a better guy to be working with the kids, that's for sure. Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield. Across from the airport, Real Net and Twine, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or give them a call at 285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. Thank our friends at Cass Communications, one of our sponsors of the ball games. I appreciate them. It took me a while to find the Cardinal game last night. 197 was the channel it was on Cascom.
Yep.
I watched a little bit of the Cup broadcast, and I had to find it. The next to Finsick is ball 3. 3-0 count. You know, he was cruising there. Woodward got a base hit, got caught stealing, struck out Cajun Austin, then walked Flint Kirk and Wade Lipkeman. Now 3-0 count on Finsick, and throws a strike in there. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 2-0 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard for the Pikeland 7th grade Braves here in the bottom of the 3rd. Finsick trying to do something about that. Takes the ball down low, and the bases are loaded on 3 bases on ball. That'll bring up Blaine Sidwell. Sidwell reached on a base on balls, was stranded at third. His last time. He'll walk in from the left side. First pitch in there for a strike. Just counting. Nolan Robinson's got to be getting around that 60 pitch mark with a long inning here. I think you can throw 95 if your coach wants you to, but I don't think you're going to throw that many early. Sidwell takes one in the dirt, and Harris makes a nice stop. Bases are full of Eagles right now. First, second, and third base. Finsick at first, Lipkeman at second, and Kirk at third. Sidwell takes ball 2 down low and a 2-1 count.
Looks like he's even in the 70s there, Jack.
Yep. Probably be his last inning of pitching. His coach is kind of wanting him to get by here. Licks the fingers a little bit, wipes it off, and goes right back in the windup. Pitches down low for a ball and a 3-1 count on Blaine Sidwell. You can just tell he's kind of like the young man yesterday. He's just kind of getting tired now. And, you know, when you get tired as a 7th grader and 8th grader, it's tough to draw back. You haven't played that much baseball to pitch that many times. Next pitch, Robinson comes right back after him in a 3-2 count. I have been impressed how he's worked to get out of jams. 3-2 count, and they're going to be off to the races on this one. Sidwell comes set this time and brings the 3-2, and it's down low, and he'll walk a man in. 4 straight walks, and that'll bring in a run, the first run of the ball game for the Eagles, and that makes it a 2-1 game. Here comes Coach Hines, and he'll look at Zane Knight In relief, it appears. Robinson, who did a nice job today, was coasting along there, throwing a shutout, and then he walked the last 4 batters and gave up a run. Let's take a break as he takes his warm-up pitches. A 2-1 ball game on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Bottom of the third, bases loaded, 2 outs. Zane Knight on the mound. We're back with more after this.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Hunter Brown steps in, struck out in the second inning. He'll face Zane Knight, who moves over to third. He and Nolan Robinson switch positions. Knight throws a little breaking pitch and gets the strike to start out on the 7th batter in the inning. First 2 guys were out on a base hit, caught stealing and a strikeout, and then the next 4 have walked, and GP's plated a run. Swing and a miss by Brown, and a 0-2 count. Knight's coming right after him. Zane pitched a lot on the 12U team this year.
Zane says there's no place to put him. Why waste time, right?
Comes set, throws the pitch, a little breaking pitch, pop fly. Caden Ferguson calls it and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Fly out to the second baseman for the 3rd out. 1 run on no hits, 4 bases on balls, 3 men left. 3 innings in the book. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, it's a 2-1 Braves lead over the Eagles. We're back on Central Illinois Sports with more after these.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Welcome back on the Trash Queen scoreboard. We've moved to the top of the 4th inning here, and the Braves will send up Taylor Graham, who scored a run after a base on balls in the 2nd inning. He'll bat here in the 4th, followed by Carter Frazier and Jonas Anderson. If anybody gets on, Joel Noble will be the 4th place hitter. Lipkerman back on the mound with Kirk back behind the plate. Sidwell is at first base. Hunter Brown at second. Cajun Austin, the shortstop. Garrett Woodward at third. Cadence Dorsey in left field. Logan Fensick in center. And Brian Embry in right. And the battery mates once again. Kirk behind the plate and Lipkerman on the mound. Taylor Graham wears the number 55, plays first base, bats from the right side, throws left-handed, reached on a base on balls, and went around the bases after that. Worked a full count and got a base on balls. And scored a run. The first from Lipkerman. Right in there for a strike, and Lipkerman looks determined to get through this inning a little easier. 51 pitches to start the inning. The whine and the fire from the right-hander. Down low for a ball, and the count's even at 1-1. It'll be Graham, Frazier, and Anderson here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 lead for the 7th grade Braves here in the 4th inning over the Eagles of GP. Graham swings at one over his head and hits a pop fly to the shortstop. Cajun Austin under it and makes the play for the first out of the inning. One up and one down, nobody on and one out. That'll bring up Carter Frazier, who had a base hit his last time. One of 3 base hits back in the second inning. Frazier, Anderson, and Ferguson all had base hits there. Carter Frazier looking for his second hit of the ball game. Nobody on, one out. 2-1 ball game. I would think the Braves will have a different pitcher in this next inning.
Then Zane Knight?
Oh, that's not true, because Zane came in and did a nice job. I think Zane's probably going to keep right on pitching.
Okay.
Swing and a miss on Carter Frazier. He's a little behind Lipkeman on that one. He'll have to be a little quicker. Frazier's next. Leans back and fouls it off over by the concession stand, and the count goes to 0-2. Carter gets to moving a little bit with the feet and steps out a little bit, and on that one he stepped out and was able to foul it off to the right side. When he keeps those feet on the ground and gets her planted, he can hit the ball very hard. And a super quick young man. Glad his back's doing better too. Had a little trouble there at the end of the summer. Glad he's doing better. The pitch from Lipkeman on the 0-2. Down and outside for a ball, a 1-2 count.
It was one of those just a bit outside kind of moments there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a long way. About hit the bull.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of bull on this side.
Yeah, well.
Lipkeman with the 1-2 count. Nobody on and one out. The pitch. Almost hit him. And it's a 2-2 count.
Says, Coach, I don't want that to hit me. That would have hurt.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Fans out past left field out there in the shade watching the game. They're finding those spots around the neighborhood where they can watch the game.
Out there, too.
Yeah, out in the outfield. Private parties out around the area. And the next. Frazier behind on that one for the strikeout for the second out of the inning. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts now for Lipkeman. Make it 7 because he didn't get credit for that one on the.
Correct, yeah. It's a strikeout.
Yep.
You just don't get the out.
Jonas Anderson had a base hit his last time in the second inning. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on base. Lipkeman very efficient in this inning. Has thrown 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches, so up to 59 on the day. This will be his 60th pitch of the ball game. Anderson hits one to the third baseman. Woodward stays down on it, makes the long throw over, and Blaine Sidwell stretches out for the play. 1 pitch, 1 out, ends the inning. Play goes 5-3. Woodward to Sidwell for the out. We played 3.5. The Braves clinging to a 1-run lead, but here come the Eagles taking an at-bat and trying to take the lead. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports.
40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Johnny! Oh, Johnny! It's awfully cold out today. Where has he run off to?
Oh, he bundled up and took his gaming system over to Mikey's. Apparently they have Cascom internet, and it is apparently a lot more reliable than our internet.
Well, I am calling Cascom right now and signing up for high-speed internet. With all these new devices we got for the holidays, Johnny needs to be here at home, streaming in his own room.
I agree, dear, I agree. I've been telling you that for months.
Make sure you have the reliable internet speed you need at home. Call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Well, welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. We've reached the bottom of the 4th inning and the game moving right along. A 2-1 Trash Queen scoreboard lead for the Braves of Pikeland. Their 7th grade boys taking on the Griggsville Perry squad. Mortgage rates have fallen. It's a great time to check your rate for a refinance. You may be able to drop the rates, drop some years off your term, take some cash out of that for equity, and maybe do some remodeling. Contact Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank today to learn more. Call 217-285-4404 or visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. And I'll tell you right now, if you want a guy that takes great care of you with your banking needs, you give Damon Emmerich a call. He does a super job. And the realtors in the area and his customers will tell you the same. Damon Emmerich at 285-4404. Well, we've reached the Bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be Brian Embry, Cadence Dorsey, and then Garrett Woodward. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Zane Knight on the mound now for the Braves. First pitch, ground ball, foul ball, left side. Bobby Harris will chase after that one. You know, I really like what Bobby just did. The ball was foul. He went right after it. So many kids now will sit there and look at it. And when I used to umpire, I'd say, you know, your mom's not allowed on the field, so you're going to have to go get that. No balls, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. That's a strike on the outside corner. And Zane Knight's kind of painting the corners right now. Looks like Greg Maddox out there, John. Kind of shorter, though. A young Greg Maddox. The pitch from Knight up over the top, a waste pitch, and a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Brian Embry.
I never saw him that young, so.
Brian Embry struck out back in the second inning swinging on a 1-2 count, but he battled hard. And the next swing and a foul ball as Embry got just a piece of it. Bobby Harris is growing. He's getting bigger.
Embry should have been like, I didn't see that ball get fouled. He should have been running, right?
Yeah, maybe so. With Bobby Harris's arm, you don't know. Next pitch from Knight, little breaking ball, and it just misses on the outside, and it's a 2-2 count. Cadence Dorsey, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck. 8 and 9, you want to throw strikes and make them earn their way on. The next one, fouled over our head, but the fence saved the day again. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Brian Embry. Central Illinois Sports is proud to have you join us for the game. Visit us on centralillinoisports.com. Little light ground ball. Pitcher's going to have to field it, make a tough play. Long throw, goes over the first baseman. And off to the races is Mr. Embry. You got to give him a base hit on that one because nobody was going to make that play, and he'll go to second on the air on the throw.
Yep.
Hit it light. Zane Knight did all he could do on that one. Fielded it in front of the third baseman, made the throw. Kind of off balance. The major leaguers do the same thing. Got by him as Taylor Graham couldn't corral it over his head. Nice job by Brian Embry hustling and getting all the way to second. So he's there with nobody out, and here comes Caden Dorsey. 1 ball, no strikes, and if I'm the coach and Caden Dorsey's up right now, he better know how to bunt because I'm going to bunt that man to third. Knight gets the sign.
Especially with the third
Embry's got a
baseman
big
playing back.
lead out there. And one right down the middle. I don't care where he's playing right now. I want that man at third with
Well,
less
no,
than
I
2
understand.
outs.
I'm just thinking you bunt it toward third baseman right now. You'll probably be safe at first, too.
Embry's got a big lead out there. Knight not really paying much attention, and a swing and a miss and a 1 ball, 2-strike count. That's why that number 9 hitter has to be able to control the bat and make a bunt in a situation like this because you got to move the ball and get that man to third here. Embry's got a big lead out there. They'll wheel, and Ferguson and Knight try a little jockeying, and the man steps off the bag but then gets back on, and Caden Ferguson gives him a little extra Draven Pewterball tag there. Draven liked to tag people when he was 6. The pitch, just down low, and the count's 2-2. Caden Dorsey, the left fielder, bats in the 9-hole. From the stretch, Embry with the lead. Knight throws the next, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout, and that does not move the runner. And here comes Garrett Woodward. Key thing is, with the top of the lineup coming up there, if you bunt the guy over to third, good chance of him scoring, tying this game up. And you know, you put that ball in play, and a lot of things happen.
Yep.
Base hit last time for Woodward, hit by a pitch his first time. He's 1 for 1 on the day, but he's been put out on the bases twice. Takes ball 1. Garrett would be a good leadoff hitter for you. Makes contact, keeps things going. He's been on both times. Knight shakes that arm to get it loose. Embry with a big lead out there at second. Wheel again. Ferguson gets the catch, but cannot get the tag on him. Embry's very, very quick, so he can get off there and get back. He's kind of like a little gnat out there, a little water bug. That's a compliment in case you don't know it, folks. Now a line drive base hit for Woodward. Joel Noble comes in and makes a good play on it, but Woodward with the base hit puts runners at first and third.
Third baseman It went almost right at him, but he kind of was headed toward third base as the man was headed there and didn't have any chance
Yeah,
of
you
fielding it.
Can't give up your ground there as the third baseman. You got to stay in there, but that's a base hit.
Oh, yeah,
Runners
it's a
at
base
first,
hit.
Runners at first and third, and only one out. Now Cajun Austin bats, who grounded out to the first baseman and struck out his last time. Knight needs a strikeout here as he's got a little bit of trouble going on. Woodward, I would think, would head to second to steal. So they try to hold him on a little closer. Tell you what, the way Bobby Harris throws the ball, you might go ahead and throw it down, but Woodward's very, very quick. Got caught stealing his last time. It'll make you a little more tentative. And the pitch, a little breaking pitch. Harris fields it, throws it to third. Tough throw. Gets it past the third baseman. That'll be an error on the catcher, and that'll tie our ball game up here. Catcher throws one in the dirt. Third baseman couldn't knock it down. Left fielder couldn't knock it down, and the runner goes in to score, and we're in a 2-2 tie now. Bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard are the Eagles of Griggsville Perry and the Braves of Pikeland. Woodward down at second now. Heart of the lineup up. Foul ball. Cajun Austin. John, what was the first pitch? Okay, 1-1. Thank you.
Like, I have no idea. I'd have to look, but okay, 1-1.
One ball, one strike, the count. Knight from the stretch. Goes a little breaking pitch again, and it's a 1-2 count. Runner at second base in Garrett Woodward on for the third time today. 2 base hits, 2 for 2 on the day. Having a day is Garrett Woodward. He's the go-ahead run. Now Knight was in the set position, and the batter had stepped out. Used to have a home plate decorum where you had to keep a foot in the box, and I liked that rule. These kids like to take off and go about 8 foot out all the time. Breaking pitch. Harris does a nice job keeping it in front of him. Knight knows he can throw that because Harris will knock it down most of the time. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count with 1 out. The strikeout on the number 9 hitter. From the stretch, Knight brings the 2-2. Line drive. Second baseman went the other direction. Jonas Anderson gets the ball and then holds it like he's going to dare the man to run, and that's how the man will go ahead and run a lot of times. Coach says get it in. First and third, second hit of the inning, and the go-ahead run 80 foot away for the Eagles with Flint Kirk up, who's walked his first 2 times, as has Wade Lipkeman, who's on deck. Runners at first and third with just 1 out. Knight throws the pitch a little bit high for a ball.
Jack, for some reason, too many outfielders right now think it's their job to decide where that ball goes. Get the ball to the cutoff
Infield.
man and let him decide where it's going.
Get it back to the infield and let those guys who know where
It's a lot shorter throw then, too.
Pitch outside for a ball and a 2-0 count. Kirk hasn't seen many strikes today. I think Anderson might be kind of shallow on this young man, as is the left fielder and maybe even the right fielder. Kirk gets a hold of one, he can put her over your head. Pitch down low for a ball.
I would agree Anderson is definitely short. The left
3-0
fielder's
count.
probably not.
3 balls, no strikes a count. The grass in the outfield's a little long, so that ball really dies,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Runners at first and third. They didn't want to try to steal on Harris because they didn't want to lose that base runner. Now the ball gets away on the left-hand side. Woodward will retreat on the base on balls, and the bases are loaded. Coach Hines will call timeout.
Says everybody to the mound.
Yep.
I mean,
Bases loaded with just 1 out, and here comes the cleanup hitter, and Wade Lipkeman. And you know what happened when Fernando Tatis Jr. came up yesterday with the bases loaded in a 3-0 count? He lost one.
And then his manager and the opposing manager both criticized him for it.
Lipkeman would like to have a 3-0 count and hit a home run because I don't think anybody here would criticize him. I think anytime you hit the ball over the fence, you just clap hands and move on.
Yeah.
Lipkeman talks to Cody Freeman down there in the third base box. Cody's got his mask on, coaching, talking to the young man.
Lipkeman makes Cody look smaller than he is even.
Well, you know, Cody's a triplet, and those 2 girls are both about 6'5", right? No, they weren't. Two really nice young ladies and a young man there. Kind of like their mom. Bases are loaded, 1 out, a 2-2 ball game. The Braves have not been behind yet today, but they're going to have to make something special happen to keep from losing the lead here. Lipkeman needs to be patient, as we talked about with the Braves yesterday when they were making their comeback. You don't want to get too anxious and pop one up on the infield. 1 out, bases loaded. Lipkeman waits for the pitch from Knight. He drives the ball back up the middle. Second baseman's got, or shortstop's got it over to first. And they couldn't get the double play, but what a play by the shortstop in Hayden Gratian that time.
Hayden Grattan.
Grattan,
Yeah.
I mean. He made the play, and the throw took the first baseman a little bit out, so a fielder's choice for Lipkeman. He'll get an RBI, give his team the 3-2 lead, and the play goes 6 unassisted, and then a fielder's choice and the man at first. So on the corners with 2 outs, swing and a miss, and Lipkeman will steal second. Runners at second and third now. Embry and Woodward have both scored in the ball game and made it a 3-2 Trash Queen Eagles lead now here in the bottom of the fourth. From the stretch, Knight throws the next. Fly ball right field, and that's going to be inside the line. The fair ball. Carter Frazier after it. That's going to drive in a couple of runs. Lipkeman will score, as does Cajun Austin, and now the lead goes to 5-2. 4 runs played in the inning on an RBI double from Logan Fencing. We hadn't seen that out of Logan early in the game, but he got the bat on that one and put it right down the right field line, and he was off to the races. Now Blaine Sidwell, who's walked a couple of times, will bat. He's got a good bat, makes contact. Runner at second. Sidwell takes one outside. All started with a base hit from Brian Embry, then a strikeout, then a base hit from Woodward, one from Cajun Austin, a base on balls to Kirk, and then a fielder's choice for Lipkeman. Fouled off this side, and the count's even at 1-1. The 8th man to bat in the inning. Trash Queen scoreboard, offering affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, and Morgan County. Learn more by calling 217-320-4320. Thank you to Chris and the gang at Trash Queen. 5-2 is the Trash Queen scoreboard. The Eagles in the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. That's in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. When the 8th place hitter gets on base and gets down to second, good things happen when you get to the top of the lineup, and that's what GP's been able to do here. Trying to add to it. Sidwell fouls one off on the left side. Harris doesn't give chase, and that ball just about stayed in territory, didn't it?
Yeah, it was over the top of the slanted part of the backstop, so.
Kind of a slanted opinion there, John. Oh. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Zane Knight on the mound, and he's kind of pitched in a little hard luck in this inning. Really, he's done a pretty nice job. Sidwell hits a fly ball to the shortstop. He makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Eagles will take the lead as we've played 4 innings. 4 hits, a double is the 4th one, and the score now is 5-2 in favor of the Eagles after 4. We'll take the break, come back with more after these.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
4 innings on the books. course, here at Central Illinois Sports, Trash Queen scoreboard sees a 5-2 lead for the Griggsville Perry Eagles. Bowler's Universe has some daily specials. Wednesday's Fiesta Tacos, 3 for $5. Quesadillas, $5. Loaded Nachos, $5. Thursday, buy one, get one free wings and appetizers. Friday's craft beers, pizzas 14-inch for $12.50, 18-inch for $16.50. Saturday, craft beers and pizza 14-inch for $12.50 and 18-inch for $16.50. Leagues start Labor Day. Lots of openings, 285-6913. That's Bowler's Universe. Joel Noble's at the plate with Ferguson on deck. Noble takes a big healthy swing and falls behind 0-1. Struck out swinging his first time. Joel's going to give you all he's got every single time. Thanks to all of our sponsors and, of course, room for you. Lipkeman throws one high and the count's 1-1. Lipkeman back on the mound. He's in the mid-60s in the pitch count. Kirk behind the plate. Sidwell at first base. Brown at second. Shortstops Austin and the third baseman Woodward. Pitch down low for a ball and a 2-1 count on the number 8 hitter in Joel Noble.
Be interested to see who they go to after Lipkeman today, Jack.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a couple innings to take care of there.
Possibly. Pitch down low for a ball and a 3-1 count. You know, the biggie is if Lipkeman came out like he did last inning very efficiently, he could have got him possibly into the 6th inning. But he starts out with a 3-1 count here. Now it's important for him to throw a strike. Boy, the center fielder is really shallow.
He's on the dirt, yeah.
Next pitch, Noble swings at one out of the strike zone, and the count's full at 3-2. Need a base runner. Noble very anxious, wants to make contact. A lot of difference between Wade Lipkeman on the mound and Kirk behind the plate and Joel Noble, but he'll fight you all the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now Caden Ferguson, who had a base hit and an RBI his last time, will come to the plate.
Yeah, I don't think the Nobles are known for backing down.
No, his mom's really tough. His dad's an old Navy man.
Well, I mean, those Iowa people are pretty tough people, yeah.
Thanks for your service. Ferguson, the batter, from the right side. Inside for a ball. Ferguson got those white pants dirty. He'll have to get them washed tonight and get ready for that Minden game tomorrow. They'll play 2 days in a row. I think they're going to play some extra innings maybe today. Next pitch, fouled off.
Not now. They talked about it, and I believe Coach Hines told me yesterday no extra innings now, as I think GP had another game this week possibly.
Well, most of teams will have 2 games in a week, yeah. You can play 2 dates, 3 games. So that's why the 7th graders and the 8th graders have split apart here for the Braves so they can play on 4 dates. Ferguson with a little flare over the third baseman. That's going to be a fair ball, and Ferguson's going to get his 2nd hit of the ball game.
It was right on the line.
Hit it over the third baseman's head, hit him where they ate, and it hit the chalk and made it fly. And Ferguson on with a 1-out base hit. Back to the top of the lineup, and Hayden Gratton. Gratton reached on a strikeout, dropped third strike last time on a wild pitch. He struck out both times today. So he's looking for his first base hit in junior high baseball. He and Ferguson with some good wheels out there. Trailing 5-2 are the Braves here in the top of the 5th. Now Lipkeman steps off and runs that runner right back. You want to concentrate on the batter right now. The guy at first can't beat you. You're up by 3. The pitch. Gratton takes strike 1 on the outside corner, right about the letters. And an 0-1 count on the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Braves. Third man to bat in the inning. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. 5-2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The Eagles of Griggsville Perry with the lead over the Braves of Pikeland. Ball down low. The count's even at 1-1. Pikeland's 8th graders played yesterday, fell behind 7-0, then 9-0, came back and won the game 13-9 over a pretty talented Rushville squad. They'll play again on Friday against the Quincy Catholic Crusaders, and we'll be at Pikeland Dale Willard Field for that one. Pitch up high. I don't think we've got anything on Thursday, do we, John?
Not that I know of.
Charlie hasn't told us our schedule yet.
No, we have the whole schedule for the whole time, but
Oh,
I don't think there's anything on Thursday. He hasn't told me what I'm doing yet.
Yeah, he hasn't told us what we're doing yet. That's what it is. Pitch from Lipkeman. Fly ball, left field. Left fielder goes back. Now he'll come back in and make the one-handed grab for the out. So Grattan flies out to the left fielder on a nice hit ball. Left fielder does a nice job in Dorsey.
Kind of tough sun there, as the ball would have gone out of the shade and had to come to Dorsey there into the sun. So
Tougher than you might expect, right?
Yep.
For sure. With 2 outs now, Ferguson at first base.
Not as bad as the sun is in left field at Dale Willard Field, though.
Right field here. It's pretty tough out there here, too. The pitch, and the Ferguson steals the base easily. Ball 1. 2 outs. Runner at second now. No, we get a day off on Thursday for the Friday game. And you guys are on your own on the 25th. Next pitch, up high for a ball on Bobby Harris in a 2-0 count. The catcher, Bobby Harris, steps in. Grounded out hard to the shortstop his last time. Grounded out to third his first time, so he's put the ball in play both times. Shortstop made a great play on him the last time. Big lead out there at second by Ferguson. The pitch. Harris takes a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Good piece of batting there, as you know that you're trailing by 3. You want to take a strike in the later innings here in the 5th. Lipkeman up over the 70 pitch count on the day now. Comes from the stretch position. Eyes the runner. Harris drives one to center field, and the center fielder playing so shallow. Harris has burned him there. He'll get extra bases, and Ferguson will come around to score. And a double for Harrison, an RBI, and he'll drive in Ferguson, who had the base hit earlier. So now it's a 5-3 game. Nice hit by Bobby Harris on the double.
Really really solid hit ball of the day, pretty well for either team.
There's been some balls hit down the third base line pretty darn hard. Nolan Robinson will be the man to bat, and Cody Freeman will talk it over with his team here. He'll get him around the mound. Bring the mask up and visit with him. Kind of talking a little advice and strategy here. You know, you've got 2 outs. Runner at second base in Harris, and the number 3 hitter in Robinson. It is a 5-3 ball game on the Trash Queen scoreboard now. The Eagles lead the Braves as they scored 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning to take their first lead of the day. We're back to live action. Nolan Robinson struck out looking his first time, grounded out to the first baseman last time on a good play by Lipkeman. Remember him covering the base.
Yep.
Harris with a big lead out there at second, and the second baseman, Hunter Brown, will go over and cover. Lipkeman will fake it. And we're back to live action. No count on Robinson. He can help the cause here with a base hit. Little flare to the shortstop. He'll come in and make the play. Nice throw. Blaine Sidwell hangs onto the base, and the play goes 6-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. A run plated on 2 hits, a single by Ferguson, an RBI double by Bobby Harris. 4.5 innings are in the books now. And the Eagles of Griggsville Perry with a 5-3 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes. The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in West Central Illinois and Northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the City of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The City of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Zane Knight back on the mound. Bobby Harris putting the gear on after hitting that double. And Taylor Graham back at first, Ferguson at second. The shortstop, once again, is Gratton, and the third baseman is Nolan Robinson, who was our first pitcher of the day. Knight was at third before, but he's moved to the mound for his third inning of work. Came in relief a couple innings ago and then pitched last inning. Gave up 4 runs on some kind of hard luck plays. There were some nice hits in the inning, but some defensive plays could have got him out of it. He'll face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in Brown, Embry, and Dorsey if anybody gets on. Garrett Woodward back at the top of the lineup. Jack and John Hull bring you to the game today on Central Illinois Sports. We'll have the Pikeland Lady Braves tomorrow at 4:30 right here. Charlie will have Minden Unity in this 7th grade squad from Minden tomorrow. He'll go over and visit with Frank Cash. So Hunter Brown steps in. He flew out to the second baseman his last time, struck out in the second inning. So he batted in the second and the third. The only man not to bat for the Eagles last inning. So he'll lead it off here. Knight comes after him. Little ground ball hit off the plate. Knight will make the play. Waits for the first baseman, and the play goes 1-3. 1 pitch, 1 out. Knight kind of had to let Graham get to the bag, and he hesitated, and it all worked out fine. Off the plate. Yep, hit the plate and came right into fair territory. No reason to stop that one.
The plate is fair. So many people don't remember that. The plate is fair.
You know, it's interesting. The plate is fair and the foul poles are fair.
Yeah.
Who invented this game anyway?
If the ball dies and hits directly on the middle of the plate, it's
I always
still a
like
fair
it
ball.
when they say, well, that ball hit the ground before it hit him. That can't be a hit by pitch. And I said, well, every time the ball hits the ground, if it's dead, that means when it goes to the backstop, nobody can go anywhere. But you know the nice thing about baseball? Only the people umpiring really know the rules. And old umpires, I should say. And there are a few of those old ones still around. Okay, 1 out. And the number 8 hitter, and Brian Embry comes to the plate. Embry had a base hit his last time, and he started all this. He is the guy that got her all started for his team last inning. Ground ball, third baseman. Robinson's got it. Long throw over to first, and 2 pitches and 2 outs. That one went 5-3. Got a chance to tie a record here, but he's going to have to get Caden Dorsey to swing at the first pitch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. It's a record that if you set it, it can't ever be broken, John. Kind of like 4 home runs on 1 pitcher. I hope that never gets broken. First pitch outside for a ball.
4 home runs back to back to back on 1 pitch.
Back to back to back to back jacks. Yeah, Jimmy Baseball liked that call. I didn't care that much for it. And 2 balls now. Got the first 2 guys on strikes on ground outs, and then thrown 2 balls to the number 9 hitter.
You jinxed him. It's all your fault.
It is my fault. I'll take full credit for it. Sun setting and the shade starting to cover the infield here at the Perry Ball Diamond now. In there for a strike and a 2-1 count. Zane Knight doesn't mess around either. He gets the ball and gets the sign and away you go. Bends the knees, makes the spin, and throws another strike and a swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2.
What is there to wait on, Jack?
Caden Dorsey has struck out swinging both times. He's been aggressive. Nothing to wait on. Bob Gibson would say, give me the ball and I'll throw it back to you. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Inside, and the count's full. I know a couple umpires that call that a strike because if you get 2 strikes, they'll call anything a strike. But Matt did a nice job calling that a ball. 3-2 count. Down low, and he's walked the number 9 hitter. After getting behind 2-0, came back and made it a 2-2 count.
Some of those are the same guys who make comments like, I don't do extra inning games.
Yeah. Whatever. Runner at first with 2 outs. Pretty good sized lead. And they'll try to pick that man off. But he gets back. Now he steps off the bag and is picked off.
Oh.
And so we'll have the leadoff hitter bat in the 6th inning. So the play goes 1-3 for the 3rd out of the inning on the pickoff. 3rd time they've lost a man on the bases. We have played 5 innings. A 5-3 lead for the Eagles of Griggsville Perry over the 7th grade Braves of Pikeland here on Central Illinois Sports. More comes your way after this.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Well, don't forget about Bowlers Universe. They've got daily specials Monday through Friday. Wednesday's Fiesta tacos, 3 for $1, or 3 for $5, not for $1. I'd have to pay the other 4. Quesadillas, $5 a piece, and loaded nachos, $5 tomorrow. So if Matt Olson will meet me at Bowlers Universe tomorrow, he can buy lunch, and I'd eat it. Thursday, they got a buy one, get one free wings and appetizers. That sounds good, too. All that at the Bowlers Universe, where they're taking your registrations for bowling now. Labor Day weekend will start at 285-6913. Zane Knight, Taylor Graham, and Carter Frazier will be the first 3 batters here. Zane's pitched 3 innings now, done a nice job. Started out at 3rd. Zane grounded out to the first baseman his last time, struck out his first time, looking for his first hit, and a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Braves got a little action in their bullpen out there now. Appears that Hayden Gratton's doing a little warming up out there to possibly pitch. Lipkemans went all the way for the Eagles. John will check the game changer and tell me how many pitches he's thrown. Strike called and an 0-2 count. 5-3 ball game. I've been impressed with the 7th grade Braves. They've been a pretty aggressive baseball team today.
Looks like he's about 83. Jack.
83 pitches of 95, I believe. Fouled back, and so Zane Knight trying to win that battle. He fouled some off the first time he batted, too.
Had a heck of an at-bat that first one, yeah.
That'll drive the pitch count up a little bit more.
Yep.
And that's what you'd like to do, is see who they would bring in next and see if you can cut in that lead here in the 6th inning. But Lipkeman's going to try to go as far as he can. Change up. Nice job by Kirk catching the ball, and the strikeout is the first out of the inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Here comes Taylor Graham, who reached on a base on balls and scored the first run of the game back in the 2nd. Flew out to the shortstop in the 4th, and he looks for his first base hit. Taylor bats from the right side. He had that pickoff move at first base just the last half inning. Fouls that first one back, and Matt Olson and Flint Kirk both got a little piece of that one.
Yeah, it really rung Flint Kirk's bell that time, so he's going to kind of shake it off. Now, it hit Kirk directly into the helmet, and then it came up and got Matt maybe, but, yeah.
Wade Lipkeman's going to come and give him a little sympathy and then probably give him a hard time after that. Make sure he's okay first. But Kirk's a tough kid. He'll be all right. And umpire Olson gives him a little time. Get everything started back. The only trouble with those hockey mask helmets is they hold your head in one spot, whereas the old mask would flip off and you wouldn't get the direct hit a lot of times. 1 strike count on Graham. We're back to live action. Nobody on, 1 out. We're top of the 6th inning, a 5-3 Eagles lead over the Braves. Central Illinois Sports on YouTube. Breaking pitch out of the strike zone and a 1-1 count. Now Lipkeman felt so bad for Kirk, he threw one in the dirt that time. And
He said, "I'm
going
to make sure. I'm going to make sure nobody fouls this one off into
Yeah,
your head, though."
yeah,
So
that's good.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Graham trying to get something started here. Carter Frazier waits on deck. This part of the lineup needs to get something going for this Brave squad. Down low for a ball and a 2-1 count. Tell you what, you get down to Caden Ferguson, he's 2 for 2 on the day, batting in the 9th spot. Yesterday we saw Noah Auger, the number 7 hitter, go 2 for 3 with like 3 RBIs. Taylor takes a strike, looking, and it's a 2-2 count. Taylor Graham, where's the number 55? Bet he's been to Real Net and Twine. Hope you have too. 285-50-13. Grab one of those gazing balls. They're fun. Fly ball, shortstop, back pedals, falls down as he loses his footing, and that'll be a base hit for Graham. The problem there is he's backpedaling instead of turning to the side and running after the ball, and that's what gets you in trouble because your footwork will cause you all kinds of grief in that situation.
Yep.
It wasn't that Cajun Austin wasn't doing his very best, but he tried to go directly back and lost his footing, and his feet went out from under him, and the ball fell right at the edge of the grass for a base hit. Runner at first with 1 out. Here comes Carter Frazier, who had a base hit back in the 2nd inning. Struck out his last time. Lipkeman's been the pitcher for both of those at-bats. Now Lipkeman's pitch count's got to be getting close to 90. Frazier thinks about the bunt. The ball gets away from the catcher, ball 1, and it'll go to second on the wild pitch. Now a runner at second that could put the Braves within 1 run. The Braves are trying to get something going here.
Looks like he's probably, I think, at 91, Jack.
So this will probably be his last batter. 95, I'm pretty sure, is the max on the day. Carter Frazier's throwing the bunt. Takes that one. Throw down to third is a good one. Kirk throws the man out. And that's not a run you want to lose right there as the play goes 2-5 for the out, for the second out of the inning. And that's a costly base running situation.
Ball beat him by enough there, Jack. I would have thought about trying to go back even maybe.
Yeah. It's one of those situations where I think he must have went on his own because the coaches are doing a little talking afterwards there. You're down by 2. You can't afford to lose a guy on the base pass there. Now there's 2 outs in Carter Frazier, who has a 1-1 count or a 2, maybe a 2-0 count, I believe.
It's a 2-0.
Yeah. Now Carter hits a ball up the middle, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And Frazier's going to have his second hit of the ball game. See, if you don't lose that guy, now he'd be at first and third. Cody Freeman's going to take the gear off of Kirk and put him on the mound, I do believe. So we'll take a break. Pitching change for the Eagles. 2 outs with a runner at first base and a 5-3 Eagle lead over the Braves here in the top of the 6th. We'll take the break. Be back with more after these.
Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Well, Lipkeman had reached just about his pitch count, so the pitcher and catcher are going to switch places, and Kirk will go to the mound. Kirk will be the pitcher, and Lipkeman will go behind the plate. So looks like the Eagles are Lipkeman, Kirk, and pray for rain. That's what they used to say a lot of times with teams with a couple solid pitchers. Bowlers Universe Wednesday Fiesta Tacos, 3 for $5. Quesadillas, $5. Loaded nachos, $5. Hope to see you there tomorrow. Don't forget legs start on Labor Day. 217-285-6913 to sign up for legs or order your food. Monday through Friday, they have lunch specials. Save-A-Lot, your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield. Not very far from Bowlers Universe, here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Join them for the Back to the Blue event on Saturday, September 5th to show your support for the local law enforcement. And I think Geared Up Apparel's made some pretty neat-looking shirts for those events, haven't they? You got, John?
Yep, for the event that
Back
Bowlers
to Blue?
Universe has. Back to Blue, yeah.
Yep. Well, I thought that was Save-A-Lot.
Or, I'm sorry, Save-A-Lot.
Yeah.
You're right, it was Save-A-Lot, not Bowlers
Yeah.
Universe. Sorry about
I
that.
didn't mean to wake you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just...
Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on the newsstand near you. And Illini Express, it's here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older. No appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Jonas Anderson, who's got a base hit today and grounded out to third sharply, stands in with a runner at first. First pitch gets away from Lipkeman, hits the umpire, and it'll be a stolen base for Carter Frazier. Runner at second now. 1 ball, no strike count on Jonas Anderson. Anderson is a pretty good little baseball player. He can hit the ball. Very determined. From the stretch, Kirk checks the runner and pitches. Up high over his head, but Anderson goes after it, and the count's even at 1-1. Would have been a 2-0 count if Anderson would have laid off of that one. When you're down by 2 runs, they lost a runner at third on a base running mistake, and you don't want to swing at balls out of the strike zone. Nothing against the young man, but you got to be disciplined in that situation. 1-1 count. Runner at second, Frazier. Anderson has the ball get away from the catcher, the 2-1 count, but Frazier couldn't recognize it, so he's still at second. Had plenty of time with the wheels he's got. And when you're at third, that base hit becomes an RBI, no doubt about it. Now, Frazier gets a good lead. He should anyway, but you never know. Shortstop trying to cover second now. Kirk will wind and fire. And Anderson swings at an outside pitch and misses, and it's a 2-2 count. I'm not sure they've thrown a strike to him yet, but he's got 2 strikes on him. 2 outs, a strikeout to start the inning. Then a man thrown out at third, trying to advance to third on a nice throw by Kirk. Now he's the pitcher. And Jonas Anderson swings and misses. Lipkeman will get it, throw it down to first, and record the out, the third out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. A man caught stealing and a man left. 5.5 innings in the book, a 5-3 ball game. The Eagles lead the Braves. Central Illinois Sports tells you about the bottom of the 6th right after these.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
For nearly 40 years, The Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Welcome back on the broadcast today. Glad you've joined us for action on Central Illinois Sports. Another beautiful day for baseball. We'll try it again tomorrow. John and I will be at the softball game, and we will try to bring you a good game there, first softball game of the season. And Charlie will be at Minden Unity for the 7th grade game, so we'll bring you 2 different ball games.
First softball game of the season, first softball game of the history of the PCS Lady Braves, Jack.
That's right. And we're going to have it for you on Central Illinois Sports. Trying to be there for you wherever the game is and bring you the ones you can't see because of this crazy COVID. Zane Knight back on the mound. He'll face the leadoff hitter and Garrett Woodward, who was batting when the man was picked off at first base in last inning. Top of the lineup, Woodward 2 for 2 on the day. Ground ball, past the pitcher, third baseman Fields, throw over to first. Good pick by Taylor Graham, and the play goes 5-3 for the first out of the inning. That time the pitcher did his job by staying out of the way, because sometimes if you get in the way in that situation, you can cause your team some grief. But instead, he stayed out of the way, and they were able to record the out.
A nearly impossible play for the pitcher to try to make as he's running the wrong direction.
Spinning the wrong way. Swing of the ball in the dirt by Cajun Austin, who had a base hit his last time. He's 1 for 3 on the day, has scored a run. Back there in the big 4th inning where the Griggsville Perry Eagles scored 4 runs and took the lead. Cajun Austin is an aggressive young man. He wants to do it all right, and he is a fast little ball player, and it looks like he loves the game. Little changeup, pop fly. First baseman couldn't find it in the sun, and that'll bounce in and be a base hit. As the first baseman's about the only one that could have caught that one.
Ferguson was the one. No, Ferguson was the one that came in on it.
Well, Ferguson came in, but you could see that Taylor Graham just turned his back on it because he couldn't see it with the sun, and that's why Ferguson had to come in late to try to make the play.
Yeah.
So it'll be a base hit for Cajun Austin, his second of the day. So he's 2 for 4, and here comes Flint Kirk, who hasn't had to hit the ball to get on base. He's been on 3 times, scored a run. 3 bases on balls. There's 1 out. Could have been 2 easily, and now you're facing the 3 and 4 hitters with a runner at first. First pitch in there for a strike. Lipkeman on deck, who's got 2 walks and reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. 1 run in the 3rd and 4 in the 4th for Griggsville Perry. Pittsfield scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. That's the scoring on the day on the Trash Queen scoreboard. So Kirk bats here. Knight checks the runner. Throws the 0-2 outside. And I believe it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 1 out and a runner at first base on a little infield pop fly that was lost in the sun. Next one, Kirk hits a ground ball. Third baseman makes a heck of a play. Could have thrown it over to second, but instead throws it to first. And Graham picks the 1 out of the ground and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Runner goes to second. I tell you, the third baseman in Robinson fielded the ball, probably had a chance to get it to second first, and depending on what Ferguson would have done, might have turned the double play. But he did a nice job of going ahead and getting the out. But the big play came from Taylor Graham picking that one off the ground. Nice play.
Kind of had to reach back for the base and got it just in time.
Yeah. 2 outs on 2 5-3s with a base hit in between. So a runner at second, 2 outs, and here's Wade Lipkeman. They'll put Wade Lipkeman on base. Can't hardly blame him there, but the next man who's coming up is Logan Finsick, who had a double his last time. He's 1 for 2. Had a couple RBIs in that big 4th inning. Finsick's looking down the first base line again, seeing if he can do that again. 5-3 ball game, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Runners at first and second. Knight throws the first one inside for a ball. Pitch count-wise, do you have to count all 4 of those pitches?
I believe you do. Even though you didn't throw them, so
Yeah.
Who are you protecting there?
I'm not sure. The stretch, the look, the pitch, inside for a ball again. Finsick struck out looking his first time in the first inning, reached on a base on balls in the third, and then had a 2 RBI double that put his team in the lead, actually by a 5-2 count at that time. Pitch by Knight, and a swing and a miss as Finsick went after one out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. You got a 2-0 count. You don't have to swing. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The pitch in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-2 on Logan Finsick. Runner at second base is Cajun Austin, who hit a little pop fly on the infield. First baseman lost it in the sun. Second baseman did all he could to try to get it, but he just couldn't get to it.
Long way to try to get there.
Yeah. On a late break.
Yeah.
And the pitch, a ground ball, third baseman. All he's got to do is tag the bag, and Robinson does that, so it'll go 5 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs on an infield single. 2 men left on the base on balls. 6 innings in the book. It's a 5-3 lead for the Eagles of Griggsville Perry over the Braves 7th graders of Pikeland. 7th inning action with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Braves comes your way after this.
Johnny! Oh, Johnny! It's awfully cold out today. Where has he run off to?
Oh, he bundled up and took his gaming system over to Mikey's. Apparently they have Cascom internet, and it is apparently a lot more reliable than our internet.
Well, I am calling Cascom right now and signing up for high-speed internet. With all these new devices we got for the holidays, Johnny needs to be here at home, streaming in his own room.
I agree, dear, I agree. I've been telling you that for months.
Make sure you have the reliable internet speed you need at home. Call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Back to live action here on Central Illinois Sports. It's the top of the 7th inning, and Flint Kirk back to the mound. Lipkeman will be the catcher. He was out on the bases, so he's got to get the gear on. The assistant coaches go out there and help warm the guys up. Get them all ready to roll. Lipkeman out there, and they'll take their warm-up throws now. Trash Queen, offering affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, and Morgan County. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320. And Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your auto, financial, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 217-285-4404. Along with Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Real Net and Twine, Rick and Tracy and the gang. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 217-285-5013, Real Net and Twine. And if you haven't been there lately, they've got these really neat planters that are like ladies' heads. They're kind of old Roman times, and people love them, and they've been selling the dickens out of them. And if your gazing ball gets ruined by the storm like Kathy's did, you go out and buy another one. That's a good thing.
Your
too.
description, I had no idea where you were going there, so.
Kirk on the mound. The batter is Joel Noble. Noble takes ball 1 over the top of his head. You got to be taking a strike here, boys, if you're playing good baseball.
Over the top of Shaq's head that time, I think, Jack. I mean, that ball was high.
I don't even remember Shaq. It's been so long, you know. Kirk's next one. High strike zone and a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 290 down the line in left field, 279 in right, and like 358 to straightaway center. Noble swings and misses as he was going for that 365 mark that time. Down by 2 are the Braves, so they need a base runner to get something going. Kirk's trying to do something about that. 8, 9, and 1 hitters here. The pitch. Up high for a ball. And a 2-2 count. Noble wanted that first strike to be a ball too, and he'd been in good shape. Right now it's a 2-2 count, so he's really got a battle. Bat back, ready to go. Catcher sets up on the outside half of the plate. Up high for a ball and a 3-2 count. Noble's got to be ready and foul one off, so it's the old base hit ball 4 situation for him. Kirk wants to challenge him and get that first out right now. 7th inning action, 5-3 Eagles come from behind. They trailed 2-1. Kirk throws one down the middle for strike 3 and the first out of the inning. But now the number 9 hitter, number 24, Caden Ferguson, the second baseman's 2 for 2 on the day. Had a base hit up the middle and had a base hit over the third baseman's head. Left fielder trying to move in a little bit. And those outfielders are playing shallow, and Ferguson gets a hold of one. He'll burn him again. Ferguson's fearless. He's up there taking ball 1 in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. That old back rubber's got a pretty good bounce to it. The ball comes back to the catcher pretty well.
Hits it right, it does.
Got a little curve to it. Kirk gets the sign from Lipkeman, wheels and fires as the right-hander. Got a strike on the high pitch that time and a 1-1 count. Ferguson's not got very big letters, very tall letters.
What was it?
The pitch. And a foul ball and a 1-2 count. I don't think it was that low. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 1 out, nobody on base. 5-3 ball game. Braves need a base runner. Leadoff hitter Gratton waits on deck. Ferguson 2 for 2 on the day. Would like to have a perfect day right here. And the pitch. Hits a ground ball to the first or the second baseman. First baseman not there. Nobody's going to get to it. And was the error on the second baseman or first baseman?
Well, they were fighting over it. I think you could give it to anybody you want to.
I think we're going to give it to the first baseman, maybe off the bag just a little bit.
Almost just give it a fielder's choice even. I mean, like.
It's an error. You can call it a fielder's choice all day, but there wasn't anybody on base. So we're going to give him an error, and Ferguson's on for the 3rd time today. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Hayden Gratton. Now you look at a little bunt down the third baseline and some good wheels by both these guys, and all of a sudden you got a couple guys on base with Bobby Harris coming up, and you got a ball game. Gratton needs to take a strike here, though, and make Kirk get ahead. First pitch from Kirk is a strike. As they're taking one, and he's giving them one. By Grabbies. Kirk gets the sign, checks the runner, brings the next. Gratton takes it high. Ferguson had a pretty good lead at first, and Lipkeman held the ball there. You don't want to throw it away. Put that man all the way over at third. Ferguson's another one of those pesky little runners when he's out there. 1 out with a runner at first base. Gratton the batter. 1-1 count. Turns to bunt. Ball gets away. Ferguson will get down to second on the wild pitch. Now the tying runs at the plate. Here comes Cody Freeman out to talk to his pitcher. A lot of strategy going on here early in the season. Big game. If you're going to get dirty, you want to try to win, right, John? That's the idea.
If you're going to play, you might as well try to win.
That's right.
Every time.
Every single time. Doesn't mean you have to do anything that causes you to win when you shouldn't, but you ought to play hard every time. Practice hard. Continue to improve. It's a great game. Learn to love it. Baseball is a lot of fun, but it's more fun if you win. 5-3 ball game, 7th inning. Ferguson down at second. 2-1 count on Grattan. Squared the bunt. Ball was in the dirt. As fast as Grattan can run, if he bunts the ball down the third baseline, you're in trouble. Now Woodward will come even with the bag.
Yeah, it would
still
he'd still be safe.
Tough. Grattan takes it high for a ball, and the count goes to 3-1. Kirk does not want to put the tying run on base here, so you got to believe he's going to come right down the middle. Grattan's got to be ready for this one. See what he wants to do with it. Ferguson on second, reached on an air, then stole the base. Grattan hits a fly ball to right center. The right fielder's not going to get to it, nor will the center fielder, and Grattan's off to the races. He'll get the second. Ferguson's going to score, I believe, without any trouble.
Yep.
It's a 5-4 ball game on a stand-up double by Hayden Grattan. Nice piece of hitting. The right fielder and the center fielder, neither one kind of had a beat on that one, and here comes Bobby Harris with a tying run at second base. I don't think you put in extra innings, you put a guy at second in high school or junior high, do you?
Not yet.
They don't play softball rules like the major leagues. College softball. Bobby Harris, the batter now, with one out and a tying run at second base. We got us a ball game here again. First pitch from Kirk. Off speed, up high for a ball. First time we've seen Kirk really throw anything off speed or anything like that. He's pretty much thrown BBs. Kind of fisted that changeup that time. 1 ball, no strikes. Grattan had that big double there. Now the second baseman comes over and covers the bag, and Grattan's got to be careful. Kirk from the stretch. Doesn't really look at the runner. And a strike called on Bobby Harris.
Looked like he was taking all the way there.
I think Coach Hines kind of thought they might have got by with a balk that time. He was questioning that. Harris.
Maybe still asking, actually.
1-1 count. Kirk will bring the next one. Harris hits a fly ball on the infield. Second baseman says he's got it. He comes in and misses the ball. That will be an error on the second baseman and put runners at first and second. And Nolan Robinson coming to the plate looking for his first hit. Struck out looking, then grounded to first and grounded out to the shortstop. So Robinson looking for his first hit. Knight behind him, and the tying run is on second, and the go-ahead run's on first with just 1 out.
Nothing against the second baseman there at all, but if you're the shortstop, I feel like you got to take control of where that ball was.
Yeah, that second baseman should have caught that ball, no doubt about it. That was his ball the whole way. But, you know, you got to play younger guys sometimes in the smaller schools, and so kids are in a different position than they're used to being. First pitch is a strike on Robinson. Harris was definitely the guy you wanted up there, and you're very fortunate he got on base because of that, because he hit a pop fly on the infield.
Yeah.
Just 1 out, runners at first and second. 5-4 ball game on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Griggsville Perry with the lead. Braves threatening here. Trying to steal third. And he will Grattan. So a double steal will put guys at second and third. Now would you try something like a squeeze bunt to tie the game?
Get your 3-4 hitter. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, 3 and 4 in junior high means very little.
Well, that's true.
Robinson pass ball, you definitely would score here,
Yeah.
I would think. Pitch from Kirk. Takes the strike, does Robinson. So a 1-2 count. Robinson hadn't been real aggressive at the plate this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. The tying run 80 foot away. The go-ahead run 160 foot away. 7th inning. Ground ball, that'll score a run. That's going to get up the middle and be a base hit. The go-ahead run's going to try to score here. And he'll get in there, Will Harris, and the base hit will be 2 RBIs by Nolan Robinson. And the Braves are back in the lead, 6-5. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, shortstop, Austin Cajun just couldn't get to that one. Robinson hit it where they weren't. And then he went to second on the throw, and now the Braves lead 6-5. And that's with Kirk coming in to pitch. Now Lipkeman will come out and talk to his pitcher. And Knight will be up to bat. Sixth man to bat in the inning. All started with a strikeout. And then an error by the first baseman. Then a two-base hit by Gratton, an error by the shortstop on a pop fly, then a 2 RBI single. Now it's a 6-5 Brave lead. Braves showing come-from-behind abilities. Knight takes ball 1 in the dirt. Yesterday, the 8th grade Braves were down 9-0 and came back and won 13-9. You don't have a lot of 8th graders on this Griggsville Perry squad, maybe 5, and then you've got to blend with some others. So got to fill some spots, and they'll get it. Ball tonight is ball 2. They've got a strong core of 8th graders in this group for about any sport. They've pitched 2 of their better pitchers, I do believe, today. Lead at second base by Robinson's a pretty good one. Knight takes a strike at the knees and a 2-1 count. Hey, if Robinson gets a big enough lead, I'm thinking maybe you try to steal third in this situation.
He's getting off to the shortstop at least.
I mean, you know, you're up by a run now, so it's a lot different than when you lost a man at third earlier in the game.
Yep.
Nobody really going to hold him at this point at all. Now the second baseman finally does, but I think he could go to third if they tried to throw the ball to second. Tries a little backward flip. I kind of like that, you know, just turn around and flip the ball real quick. Drove him back to the base. That'll keep him a little closer. Kirk doing a nice job out there. Flint Kirk's a young man that works hard at whatever he needs to, and boy, he's worked hard in basketball and really developed into quite a player. He was integral on the 7th and 8th grade team last year. The pitch tonight. Takes a strike at the letters and a 2-2 count. John?
Jack? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might have been somewhere between the eyes and the chin.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Knight. Now it's a full count on ball 3.
That may have been what Zane looked down to Coach Hines about, too.
And he says, get in there and hit. 3-2 count. Big run out there at second for the Braves. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. You got to be aggressive as the number 4 hitter there. And the second out of the inning comes via the strikeout looking. Second one of those of the game. And here comes Taylor Graham. Graham had a big base hit his last time, and he has scored a run in the game. He's 1 for 2 with a base on balls. And Taylor with a base hit here could possibly score Robinson, who's out there at second. The Eagles want to hold it close here, and Winter in the bottom of the inning on the walk-off. Ball down low. Lipkeman makes the stop. I think Wade Lipkeman's first position is catching most of the time, is it not?
I believe you're correct, yeah.
I think he can play about anywhere, but catching's probably his first spot. Fly ball, left field. Left fielder drifting out under it and makes the one-handed grab for the out. So Graham hits the ball hard, but right to the left fielder for the third out of the inning. 7 men bat in the inning, and the Braves score 3 runs and have taken a 6-5 lead. We'll play the bottom of the 7th here on Central Illinois Sports with Griggsville Perry sending up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, I do believe. We're back to tell you more after this.
Central Sports are proud to have Dew Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dew Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dew Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Deer Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at deerwestergrain.com.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in West Central Illinois and Northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate.
Well, we've got a few substitutes out there. Looks like Robinson's moved to center.
I think it's all just positional moves.
Knight's back at third. Jonas Anderson's moved from center field to shortstop because Hayden Gratton has moved into the mound. Bobby Harrison, he will be the battery mates. And so we're kind of moving some people around, and we'll see how that all works out. Because on the other side, Griggsville Perry's going to send up Blaine Sidwell, Hunter Brown, and Brian Embry. Sidwell on the day reached on a base on balls 2 different times and flew out to the shortstop. So he's 0 for 1 on the day, but been on base a couple of times. Brown is 0 for 3 on the day, flew out to the second baseman, grounded out to the pitcher. And Embry has a base hit and 3 at-bats. So Griggsville Perry needs a base runner to tie this one up. Sidwell will be the batter from the left side. Blaine Sidwell, the first baseman. Where's the number 2? Pretty darn good little baseball game for a junior high game, a 6-5 ball game. I think Matt Olson would tell you it's been a pretty fun game to umpire. Nice and cool back there. Gratton on the mound throws ball 1. Not Gresham. Hayden Gresham did play baseball, but Hayden Gratton's playing now. Aaron Rush and Adam Rush. Adam never got his name said because I called him Aaron all the time.
I don't know why, because Adam was older than Aaron.
I don't think he ever played in Jacksonville because I've done that a lot. And a strike called, and the count's even at 1-1. Hayden Gresham was a good little ball player. Caught, played in the outfield, but Hayden Gratton's playing now. Ground ball. First baseman makes a play, throws it over to first, and what a play by the pitcher. Gratton gets there, and the play goes 1-3. And, boy, that was instrumental because I thought Blaine Sidwell was going to be on base. But Taylor Graham goes out and makes a play, stretches out and makes that play, and Gratton gets over to first to cover. That's pretty good size play for a 7th grade baseball player. Nice play. Pretty nice. Now Hunter Brown is the batter, and he'll take strike 1. Coach Hines got to be pleased with the 7th graders and the way they played today. Gratton throws 1 and a swing and a miss by Brown and an 0-2 count.
Well, they took a lead, then they got down a couple of runs, came back.
Didn't give up, just like yesterday.
Yep.
Not quite as big a circus in the first inning. That one was close, but inside for a ball and a 1-2 count. Tough one to take. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. 6-5 Braves over the Eagles. And a swing and a miss. And 2 outs in a row. Gratton does that one on his own, and here comes Brian Embry. Embry, the right fielder, is going to try to make something happen here. Quick little batter. Embry struck out swinging. He got a base hit back in the 4th and scored a run and grounded out to the 3rd baseman on a good play. Ball 1 to Embry. He's looking to get on and be the tying run. 6-5 Braves on the Trash Queen scoreboard over the Eagles come from behind fashion. Hayden Gresham throws that one. Gratton, and that was a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. I'll get it right eventually before he gets out of high school.
Hopefully.
Hayden Gratton. Ground ball, shortstop. Jonas Anderson has it, throws it over to first. Taylor Graham couldn't scoop that one out of the ground. That'll be an error on the shortstop and keep the hopes alive of the Griggsville Perry Eagles. Now Cadence Dorsey's up to bat. He struck out twice and reached on a base on balls his last time. They're trying to get back to the top of the lineup. Anderson came from center field to shortstop, so you got to give him a little bit of a break there. He just wasn't used to that. Boy, that guy got picked off at first becomes a big one now.
Yep.
And a strike right down the middle to the number 9 hitter as Gratton understands what's needed to be done. And Cadence Dorsey wants to put the ball in play and get on base. Embry at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And an 0-2 count. Now Gratton's being told you need to pause, and I agree. He probably could have got a balk called on him there. Both teams could have had a couple. Not today. Moose breath, as somebody said once. 0-2 count. Gratton brings the next. Down low for a ball. Bobby Harris tries to pull it back up, but Matt Olson saw that one all the way, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Grattan checks on the runner at first. He's off a little bigger than I'd want to be if I was him. And the ball's low. Did it hit him?
Wait a minute. That was
It's just a 2-2 count. That
called
guy-
a balk, I believe.
Oh, okay. So no pitch.
Yeah. So it'll be a 1-2, I believe.
1 ball,
right?
2 strikes. Hey, guys. Hey, guys, would you move
Scoot
down
back
that
just
way?
a little. Thank you.
Him too. Move down a little bit. Thank you. I need to be able to see that runner. And from the stretch, the pitch from Grattan. Ooh.
Pretty
took him
good
for a
pitch,
ball,
pretty good.
3 balls and 2 strikes as the old strike zone got a little. Yep, just a 2-2 count.
Yeah.
Number 9 hitter in Cadence Dorsey, trying to get on base any way he can. From the stretch, the pitch. Fouled back, and Dorsey's fought it off that time. Matt Olson got the broom out that time, cleaning that plate for the end of this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second, the tying run in Embry. Moved to second on the balk. The pitch. Strike 3 called, and that will be the ball game. So, no runs on no hits. There was an error and a man left on base. Ball game, 7 innings, a 6-5 win for the 7th grade Braves over the Eagles. And we'll come back on the post-game show to tell you more. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, the Braves win it 6-5.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities that fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
Dandy baseball game here on the post-game show on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us. Our post-game show today brought to you by Save-A-Lot. Your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Join them for the Back the Blue event on Saturday, September 5th to show your support for our local law enforcement. That's Save-A-Lot. Drive a little, save a lot with Save-A-Lot on the west end of Pittsfield. Well, this game started out with the Pikeland Braves and the Griggsville Perry Eagles. Nobody scored a run in the first inning. The Braves would have a run in the second inning as they would see a run plated by Taylor Graham, who got a base on balls, then base hits by Carter Frazier, Jonas Anderson, and an RBI single by Caden Ferguson, and they take a 1-0 lead. The Braves in the second inning would add another run and go up 2-1 as Hayden Grattan got on base and was driven around without a base hit as he reached on a missed third strike on a wild pitch and made it all the way around the bases to take a 2-0 lead. The Griggsville Perry Eagles would come back to get a run of their own in the third inning as they would score on Flint Kirk reaching on a base on balls and being driven around as he was walked in. Then the Eagles would score 4 runs and take a 5-2 lead after 4 innings. The Braves would come back with a run in the 5th inning and 3 in the 7th as the Braves scored 3 times in the 7th inning on an error that Caden Ferguson reached on. He was 2 for 3 on the day and scored 2 runs and had an RBI. A double by Hayden Gratton. Then reaching on an error was Bobby Harris on a pop fly. A base hit by Nolan Robinson with 2 RBIs. And all of a sudden the Braves were up 6-5. Hayden Gratton came in to hold that score to end the ball game. And the line score goes like this. 6 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors for the 7th grade Braves. And the Griggsville Perry Eagles had 5 runs on 5 hits and 4 errors in the ball game. Hayden Gratton scored 2 runs, was 1 for 4 on the day. Bobby Harris 1 for 4 scoring a run. Nolan Robinson had 2 RBIs in the day, 1 for 4. Taylor Graham was 1 for 3 on the day and scored a run. And also Caden Ferguson 2 for 3 on the day and scored a couple of runs and had an RBI, some of the hitting stars for them. On the Griggsville Perry side, 2 hits for Woodward on the day in 3 attempts. Was on base all 3 times there. In fact, I think he grounded out in the 6th inning, or he'd have had a perfect day on base percentage. 2 hits from Cajun Austin on the day, 2 for 4, and a hit from Finsick on the day, a double and 2 RBIs. But the Braves get the 6-5 win. They move to 1-0 on the season. And Griggsville Perry drops to 2-1. We'll have Griggsville Perry Lady Tornado softball tomorrow at the Pikeland Lady Braves from Callender Field. Charlie will travel to Minden for the 7th graders taking on Minden Unity. Both games on Facebook, Central Illinois Sports 1 and 2. John, final thoughts?
Both games on YouTube, Jack.
Or YouTube, I should
say.
Okay.
No, I don't think anything on Facebook tomorrow, but looking forward to that.
Any final thoughts from you today?
No, a good comeback. Come from behind win for the Pikeland Braves once again, and both teams proved that they were going to play to the end of the game, and that was good to see.
Good baseball, 6-5 win for the Braves. For John Hall, I'm Jack Hall, reminding you to hug your kids and tell them you love them and let them know they're loved even more by the Lord Jesus Christ. Make sure they have a great relationship with Him. Hug your kids every time, folks. In this day and age, you just never know. Special prayers for Tom Claxton, former teacher at PCS who loved kids and fighting for his life. So say a prayer for Mr. Claxton and his wife today also. Final score, 6-5. The Braves get the win over the Eagles. This has been a Central Illinois Sports presentation.